match reality. I'm gonna tell you right now, CBT has become, like, super popular in the last, like, 10 years. CBT is not effective for everyone and can, in fact, be really damaging, particularly to people who deal with trauma. So, we're gonna see how this goes. A comedic look through history. Meet emotionally damaged vampires from ancient Greece, Renaissance Italy, Tudor England, and the Bronze Age. Singular voice acting. Vampire Therapist is fully voiced with many characters played by a single actor. Oh, damn. It promises to be a singular experience. Okay. Unique setting. Vampire Therapist merges cozy self-introspection with a dark European goth vibe. In fact, the whole thing takes place above a goth club in Germany filled with willing necks to bite. That seems like a terrible place to have a therapist's office. Minigames. Learn mindfulness meditation and safely and consensually bite sexy necks. Sure. Okay, content warning, everybody. Vampire Therapist explores sensitive and potentially triggering topics in a historical context, such as war, abuse, sexual oppression, and extremism. While the game does not advocate or condone these actions, discussions of these events may be uncomfortable or upsetting for some readers. Viewer discretion is advised. It didn't say that. Vampire Therapist does not take a dismissive or trivializing approach to these topics, but rather seeks to comment on them in a way that is engaging, thought-provoking, and often humorous as a way to process trauma. However, due to the sensitive nature of the topics covered, some readers may find the content difficult to process. If you have a history of trauma related to any of these topics, please approach Vampire Therapist with caution and take care of yourself. Naturally, a game about vampires will also involve blood. If you have any personal concerns about the content of Vampire Therapist, we encourage you to seek the advice of a mental health professional or support group before playing. Alright. I guess we'll play the game now. This game was developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but should not be considered a substitute for therapy, unless you're a vampire. I'm a vampire, but I'm also going to therapy, so...
My name is Sam Walls, and I'm a dead...
That is not the voice that I expected to come out.
Well, kinda dead at least. See, I'm a vampire. Now, if you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport, I wouldn't blame you one bit. That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror. I got lucky, though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs, taught me my letters, and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace. After they passed...
Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna put the noise gate back on now that my shit's
I
fixed.
roamed America's majestic wilderness for
It is not helping.
90 years, figuring out myself and what it means to be a vampire. What I realized was, it ain't fangs that make us monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we...
Okay, buddy.
Anywho, as the world started getting smaller, my old vampire gang...
It's a bit of a generalization.
Of them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did. But they still have the same monster mindset I used to have. Good thing I'm a quick draw. But I got hooked up with this newfangled internet thing and found a vampire who's helping my kin find their way. Fella named Andromachos, supposed to be 3,000 years old.
Usually people don't advertise that they're a quick draw.
From him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers. I'm going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been looking. Now it's time to give back. Vampires.
Fun cruise ticket. Chat, you want to go on a fun cruise?
And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
Sure. What would we do on a fun cruise? Immernacht.
Well, I think this is the address. Number 27, blood drinking mensch, liver Strava.
Nailed it. He's about as good at German as I would be.
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here.
If I were to do a real cruise, I'd probably do an Alaskan cruise. That sounds fun.
Wait a minute.
I don't like the cold,
These
but...
folk are vampires. Better watch myself.
Aren't you a vampire? Why do you say these folks are vampires like you are not also a vampire? What?
Guten Abend, folks. Sprechen Sie English? Ja, hallo, Alter. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
I love this game already. Oh my god, I think this lady stole Enrico's outfit. Holy shit. Hang on a second. Oh, that's really good. Let me screenshot. This is very important. Hang on. Okay, I'm done. Something you're here to party, ask about the dress code, ask about andromacos, machos. Hi, Ketzwell, how are you? Ask about the club. Ask about the dress code, because we're dressed like a fucking cowboy.
I don't think what I'm wearing will fit the dress code.
The cowboy look is total sexy, but you will get a bit sweaty.
Okay, are there any Germans in the chat? Slacking off at work? Let's go! Like, are you andro or are you macho? Pick one. No, andro people can be macho too. Just like you can have macho ladies. I'm nacho. For real though, do German people, are they always that heavily accented? I don't think so.
I hope we will all get a bit sweaty.
Ew. Do vampires sweat? I feel like I need to look up the lore for this now. Do vampires sweat? Sweating is a function of... sweating is... You sweat because you're cooling yourself off. But they don't have... They don't have... blood circulation? In that same way? And vampires are apparently always cold? Can vampires sweat or not? Bro, I'm already having trouble believing in the lore of this universe. Hang on, I'm gonna Google it on my phone. Do vampires sweat? From my knowledge, watching First Blood, I will assume that vampire sweat can be used for weird sex stuff. True Blood. No. But can vampires even sweat? I don't think that vampires can sweat because sweating implies that you are cooling yourself off, but they're always cold because they don't have circulation, because they don't have blood running. I don't even know where okay, here. Obviously there's no fucking scientific articles about this, but I need to just pick something that looks slightly... I don't know, most of the vampires I've seen are pretty hot. I mean, aesthetically, yeah. Okay, cultverse.fandom.com. This is where we're going. Okay. Under ordinary circumstances, vampires do not exhibit most standard vital signs. Go away, you stupid fucking advertisement. No! Their hearts do not beat, their brains are inactive, they do not breathe, sweat, or produce body heat, nor can they consume ordinary food. Clinically, for all intents and purposes, they are dead. So, vampires don't sweat. What are these vampires talking about? Or are these people? No, I thought he said that they were vampires. Vampires don't sweat. Oh, my immersion. Hi, Tyson. How are you? Watching an ad with someone bouncing an apple on a bed. What was the commercial for the bed or the apple? Probably depends on the type of vampire. Some are more human than others. I thought you were either a vampire or a human. I didn't think that there were, like, in-between stages of vampire. The bed. It was memory foam, I think. Oh, okay. Chat, what's the worst ad you've gotten on Twitch? I'm supposed to be doing this for, I don't, it's fine.
We run a little on the cold side, huh?
He even...
Don't worry, Lieber. We make each other warm.
Reinhard, stop. Don't scare the American. I want to do that.
Oh my god.
Maxi, Liebchen, you are so naughty tonight.
No, you are the naughty one.
Okay, horn dogs.
Oh, I definitely ain't an American no more.
My brain is trained to immediately forget anything it sees in an ad I literally can't remember. Okay, ask about the club.
What's so special about this club?
Immernacht is the greatest club aller Zeiten. The owner makes sure everyone has a good time.
If anyone acts without respect, they are banned from the club forever.
Ads where I turn down the volume and it goes back up to 100 after it ends is bad. Yeah. I thought that they were supposed to standardize that so it stopped
You are free to do and be whatever you like, as long as you are harming no one.
fucking over people's eardrums. But I like the ads in Spanish because it's easier to gloss past them.
That they are
Fair.
now attracting sexy old cowboys.
Shh, Maxi. He's old enough to be your grandfather.
Oh, come on now.
Ripped the
Just
butthole
find
badge. We never got moments here.
years old.
Oh my god, he is so cute, Reinhard. Can I keep him?
He's his own vampire, so no?
I'm looking for Andrew Makos.
You mean the club owner? Yeah, that is why we are here.
If you're lucky, he will invite us to the private party at the end of the night.
When does the night end and the day begin, Chad?
Well, what happens there?
I think maybe it is too kinky for Americans to hear.
Yeah. It's this really kinky thing called therapy. It's this really kinky thing called mental health care. You Americans wouldn't know shit about that. We like to party.
What kind of party is this?
The kind where we dance all night and get sexy.
Oh, you're them kind of vampires.
What does that mean? That sounds awful racist.
So there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Gay.
Also, we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not, I'm thinking our night is ruined.
Why is it all of a sudden glowing really red behind him? Cock. Yep. Sex vampire nodders.
Just a sec. There's something about what this fella just said. I can feel it.
He's blushing, but it's not on his face.
It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampires think. Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of.
I have never heard of this cognitive distortion.
There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown.
Okay, so never mind. He's just they're actual concepts, but he's making them cowboy themed. So hot branding sounds like I'd have to look up. Okay, all right, hang on. I gotta look up now. I gotta look up a list of cognitive distortions. List of cognitive distortions. Okay, here's 10. Okay, so high noon mind is all or nothing thinking. That's also known as like black and white thinking. I don't know what the first one would be.
And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine.
I really would like to know what cognitive distortions they're... helpless or invincible. I mean, like, that's learned helplessness. But then there's also, like... Oh, my... Dude, I don't know. Ugh.
I can always check my journal if I need examples. I kept all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there.
It's not just vampires, my guy. You think that you think that you're so special just because you're a vampire? You think only vampires can be mentally ill? Fucker.
I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though.
You think cattle rustling is easier at night because the cows are asleep? Do you think they turn their cows into cow vampires so that they live long enough and then the cows are awake at night?
Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Do vampire cows taste different? I don't know. Okay, well that sounds like all or nothing to me.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this thing. It's a nightclub, not a high noon showdown. The night's full of possibilities.
We need to do some science. I don't have any... Who has cows on hand? I am not a farmer.
Reinhard, I don't know what this means, but I like the way the sexy American talks.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Part-time streamer, part-time farmer. Hi, Blam. I mean, I'm definitely a farmer in video games. That's about it, though. How are you, Blam? We're playing Vampire Therapist. I thought that I would be uniquely qualified to play this, given that I am a former mental health nurse, current vampire, and therapy goer. I'm good, hungry, gotta go find some food. Away with you! Enjoy your breakfast.
Hey, if meeting me makes her not better, I'm glad we met.
I'm exceptionally qualified. Thank you. This game actually focuses on like actual CBT concepts and actual cognitive distortions, except they hid them behind these weird Western cowboy names, and I don't know which cognitive distortions they're referring to. Whatever.
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't, and he hasn't looked our way all night.
Like, I'm trying to check the research here. Saloon thinking. Yes, coping with alcoholism. I like that way better than what he said. Cowboy bloodsucker at vmail.com. Wait, I wanna... How do I turn the page, bro? Okay, so high noon mind is black and white thinking. Saloon thinking is either... I mean, it seems kind of like high noon thinking, because it's like either everything is really good or everything is really bad, which is very similar. And then hot branding is you discount everything else around a topic regardless of, like you focus on only the negative and don't consider the positive. As long as you don't talk on rounds that your patient is saloon thinking. Also,
Maybe I'll have a little word. Excuse me, friend.
Oh, whoa!
The man to talk to around these parts.
I mouse wheeled down by accident and it moved the dialogue. Oh, hot branding, not hat branding. Hi, AJ. How are you? Maybe I'll leave some feedback. I hope that they make it so that you can change the text, because this is not the most readable. How did I like the end of 1000X Resist? I don't know how many endings there are. I went through 2 of them, and then I was like, I'm really sleepy. So, what I watched, I liked, or what I saw, I liked, but I haven't seen everything, I think. Hello, bouncer man.
I'm here to see Andrew Marcos.
Yo, Chad, he's fucking jacked. Do you speak, sir? Oh, let's go! I only did 1 any, so that's more than me. So those two vampires from before couldn't get in. Old man cowboy vampire, we're so in, Chad.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
Cowboy, what about us?
Bring them joy, dash their hopes. Sure, you can. They're with me.
Yeah, sure. They're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got all night. Yeah.
Oh my god, you did not just yeah. My guy.
Dang, awful loud in here.
Dance, chat. Give me your dancing. He reminds me of the bouncer from Regular Show where they ask for his pen. I haven't watched Regular Show, so I cannot relate to this statement. This kind of goes.
Come on, Levi, dance with us. Well, you kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later. Darnation, I'd rather hear her go for giving birth than this.
Sam, you're being a real hater. You're being a real downer right now.
I better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andrew Marcos is.
They told you. They said he's upstairs.
But pardon me, ma'am.
Okay, there's no way that the music would get quieter near the bar.
Well, look at you.
Hot.
We get a lot of 80s fashion in here.
Hot.
1880s.
This is the gayest Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. Crimson's my favorite so far. I know we've only met like 3-4 characters, but like top.
What can I get you, cowboy? The special's Red Bull and vodka.
Blech. Ew. Also, Chad, you really shouldn't mix stimulants and depressants. Don't do energy drinks and alcohol together, please, for the love of God. Tops? I meant like top of the list. Tequila, why are you crying, man? I've half an hour. I'm streaming, dude.
I never drink.
Hi, Rocky.
I'm actually looking for the owner. He around tonight?
Might be. What do you say your name was?
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
I think that's Saloon thinking, which tracks because she's the bartender. Wait, what? Oh no, it's hot branding.
From where I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence, not just a drink machine. Don't go branding yourself like that's all you are.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are.
Give attention now? No!
Tell you what, let me give you something from our special reserve. I don't think you're looking for books.
Be mad!
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
You met some goths, honey. They're here to dance and have fun.
So all these people are mortals?
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him. It's a special experience.
Give attention to you. Hi, Amy. Always.
He's the only real vampire here. Well, and Bert.
Bert?
What? Tequila!
You met him already. Bert, shuffle on over here.
Oh, the bouncer. Hey, Bert.
This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
If he's in here, who's bouncing the outside?
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
How are you, Amy? More cowbell!
Howdy. It's Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them V-mails.
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our king. The question is, are you first able to help yourself?
True.
I've been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need help.
Then you must prepare to learn a most difficult lesson. We all need help, Samuel. I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless.
Sure.
Please, sit down. What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
His accent is making me want to rewatch Firefly.
Well, dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
So vampires probably don't get haircuts either, right? Because they can't grow anything back. Like, once you turn into a vampire, nothing about your appearance changes. Right? So if you want to change your appearance, you'd have to, like, wear a wig or something. For hair, anyway. Right? Like, this guy has to have his beard forever, or he'll have to have a fake one?
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost
Why doesn't
time,
their hair
I guess.
just fall out then? I don't know, Frogster, okay? We spent like 5 minutes trying to research if vampires sweat. And then it turned out that those people were not vampires.
Better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Oh, yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better.
Actually, very true. Walking is very good for mindfulness. And for just being outside is good. Also for the sun, too, because you take in vitamin D, like, in your skin, but also it helps wake you up and regulate your circadian rhythm if you, like, don't go out with sunglasses on for a little bit. And also exercise is really good for people who have ADHD. I don't remember why, but it is.
After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
It took you... okay, okay. I was going to get on his case, but he was not born in the age where information to this was readily accessible. So like, would the hair turn gray eventually or stay frozen whatever the color it was? I think it would stay whatever color it was. But I don't know.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I could try, though. See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive. Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry, tired, or something.
Amen, dude. Never make a decision when you're hungry, horny. Surely there's another H. Hopeless? Yeah, there you go.
And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
He's so real for that, Chet.
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods. Mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
Cognitive who's he what now?
Guess I'll be indecisive for eternity.
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you have.
Well, I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do-or-die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
Oh, good. So he's going to translate them for us, I think.
Must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in Mortal Kombat long before the age of gunpowder.
Mortal Kombat mentioned?
But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marky Aurelius. He used to say...
This guy really just called Marcus Aurelius Marky Aurelius. Get out of here. Hang on. I gotta screen cap this and send it to somebody else. Hang on. This is very important. 1 second. Okay.
You mean Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor?
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marky was a bedroom name.
This guy fucked Marcus Aurelius, Chad. Let's go! Hi, Akuma. Just hypnotize them all to fix their problems, game over? No, that's not how we operate here. Hi, Huli. Huli, would you fuck Marcus Aurelius? Huli, would you fuck this man? This vampire? I mean, they're both vampires, actually, but... Yes? Right?
You mean you and the emperor were...
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar.
This game's fucking based, dude! Yes! 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 It's true! Ancient Rome was gay as fuck! This game fucking rules. I pinned the Steam store link. Wishlist it now. I demand it. Holy shit. This heterosexual woman is sus. Excuse me, Frogster? Did you just say that I'm heterosexual? Just because I'm in a het-passing relationship does not mean that I am a heterosexual. How fucking dare you? How fucking goddamn dare you? Me building a time machine to go to ancient Rome ASAP. Hi, Blue Heart. Frogster, I'm actually so offended. Nice to meet you. Bang, bang, a bangity bang instead of bang, bang, bangity bang. You're horny, don't make any rash decisions. I'm not! I can be sex positive without being horny.
My apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this high noon mind.
You fucking American prudes. So-called straight men when they see a vampire daddy. I
believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized.
Nosferatu.
I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion.
Don't call me out.
Weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful.
Hey, Frogster, apologize to me for assuming that I'm straight. Just because I'm in a passing relationship. How dare you? Don't make assumptions about people's sexuality. This is a lesson to all of chat. Never I assume the worst about everyone. Fuck you, bitch. Am I malding this morning or what? I'm always like this! You've been here!
Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
But yeah, that's true.
I disagree with this man. There are definitely flatly stupid people. Maybe in... I don't know. I think we overvalue intelligence in the ways that benefit us economically. Because capitalism, baby, neoliberal capitalism. But no, there are other ways to be, like, emotional intelligence is not valued the same way. Somebody can be maybe not so book smart, but be very emotionally smart. Where are you? I don't know. Your house, probably? Work?
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. I will repeat them if you miss it.
One of these things is not like the others. We don't think there are people with none of those kinds of intelligence. I think that there are a lot of people out there who are not given the opportunity to develop any kind of intelligence because of their because of poverty and power structures. Actual intelligence is very underutilized in the world. What are you talking about? I mean, fair. Capitalism has killed the intellectual. True. They just want worker drones who will do as they're told. They don't want people who actually think. There are people who choose to be stupid because it's easier. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that they don't have intelligence. It doesn't mean that they don't have the capacity for intelligence. I think everybody has the capacity. We humans have multitudes, people! I'm not saying there aren't intelligent people in poverty, but I'm pretty sure there are some stupid-ass people in wealth. I'm more agreeing with you. Yeah, I think that thinking you are stupid is a fixed mindset. Hey, yeah, it really is. Sam likes to call that hot branding.
If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
It's that one.
Is that Nosferatu thinking?
No, Samuel. In this case, I am not arguing with reality. If we do not drink blood, we die.
Oh, right, I forgot you're a vampire. I somehow forgot in this entire... that we're vampires?
Let us continue. Death eventually comes for us all.
Okay, wait, is this not one either because you're a vampire and you don't die? Like, you can't die of natural causes? I feel like this is cheating.
That sounds like Nosferatu thinking. That's pretty black and white. We've cheated death ourselves.
Although this thinking is binary, it is also true, and therefore not a distortion.
This is,
And
you know?
it has already come for us, my friend. We simply cling to life.
Death has already come for us, but we keep shrinking. I'm so sorry. Oh no. This game's gonna turn me into a freaking...
Please, let us try another.
I gotta get all my lewd jokes out.
Mortals will always fear our kind.
Death has already come to us and now you will come for us. No, now we just won't let go of death and they're like, baby, stop, I'm too sensitive. Mortals will always fear our kind. Okay, that's the one, right?
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, To say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not. Always is such a terminal word, is it not?
Tis.
Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
Sure, dude.
I realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey.
Damn
He thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
This is like woman porn right now. Do you think guys sit around and talk about this stuff? Listen, Okuma, a girl can fucking dream, okay? A girl can dream of a better future where we're all vampires and we talk about cognitive distortions like it's regular conversation and we talk about our emotional needs, okay? That wettest dream. Sorry, chat. It's about to get real sexual up in here. I lewd chats. I heard lewd chat, so I joined in the only way I know how. You know? Fair? About to? Okay, like, more. It's official. Time to blur that Twitch thumbnail. Amy, this guy says that he banged Marcus Aurelius. And he said that, he said that penetration was like a handshake back in ancient Rome. Oh, you were here? Okay, sorry. I've lost track of all time.
A fascinating observation, Sam. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
Yo, Nemesis, she's hot. Hades too.
Oh man, it made me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush.
But you just said we don't live forever because death comes for us all. My guy, you are sending me mixed fucking signals right now. I'm not giving anyone handshakes in ancient Rome. They don't get running water, and they sure as hell don't have soap. Oh, boy. Nemesis is indeed hot. Yeah. Don't forget about the shared ass brush. Ew. Yeah, and they have bathhouses, too, so all the dirt congregates. That's not what he meant when he said death comes for us all. Amy, death comes for us all. And we're... yet we continue. Poor death. Edged into eternity. 07's in the chat for death. Poor guy can't finish until all the vampires are gone.
What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control.
Death comes too often, it can use some denial. Death is a real gooner. Death might be the realest gooner.
Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy.
Phallus mentioned.
Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all.
True.
But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
True.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I do this a
I
lot.
used to think I'd never get away from my gang. Maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
Damn ads.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
Uh-huh.
Well, you're testing me, ain't you? That's a control fallacy right there.
Is this a visual novel or are there action sequences too? According to the Steam page, one second. According to the Steam page, it says... mini games. Learn mindfulness meditation and safely and consensually bite sexy necks. So, yeah, there's mini games. When do the vampires hang dong? I mean, they're always hanging dong.
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very powerful. The cosmos holds no awareness of Andromachos. Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative.
Sounds like a visual novel, Nodders. Yet. When do you get to see the vampire dong? That I'm not sure. This is only a demo.
Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one.
Okay.
The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
Is that how the sun works? Won't it, like, explode? And engulf us all? They're probably not going to show dong in the demo.
My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
Kitty! That's black and white.
Pay attention, Samuel. We are considering only control fallacy. My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever. I shall never feel the warm sun upon my skin again. I shall never feel the warm sun upon
No,
my
most suns
skin
just go
again.
cold. Oh, okay.
You didn't catch my control fallacy. Let's try once more. The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
Hi, Arcadia. How are you? You missed so much, Arcadia. Do you think all vampires are inherently throat goats? I don't know what that means. Do you mean, like, real good at sucking dick? I'm doing good, just vibing in the morning. Arcadia, you missed it, okay? This guy said he fucked Marcus Aurelius, and that penetration was like a handshake in ancient Rome. But the sun will burn out. Okay.
My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but you can always pick up a new one. Or there's lots of them just waiting for a loving home, so you don't need to be lonely.
He's not wrong, except it was kind of looked down upon to be the bottom. Very funny culture. I know. It's okay to be a top, but in order to be a top, you must have a bottom to top. Stupid Romans.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
Rip.
I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated...
Jesus Christ.
But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Oh, also, Arcadia, somebody in the beginning of the game stole Enrico's outfit.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
The game's a little low. Yeah, my Windows fucked up my sound settings, so I had to, like, redo all my mic stuff, and then first I was too quiet and I couldn't be perceived, and now I'm thinking I might be too loud.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Every time OBS updates, I feel that. Yeah, that's amazing. I know. Okay, I gotta take my dogs out. So, rock out for a second while I do that.
You can't stay away, seems every day we keep coming back here. Now it's plain to see you wanna be under the sea with your favorite sirens. You're so obsessed with me, not that I can blame you for it. I would be too if I were you. Too bad you must die now. I am gonna
Listen, it's fun to ban them. It's fun to ban the bots, okay? Skilla! And yes, I did step out to give the dogs attention. I am gonna have to get up in like 10 minutes or so to let Rocky out of the crate. I mean, I get banned! Give me the sword. Oh, Io. This guy earlier said that he fucked Marcus Aurelius, but he called him Marky. So I screen capped it and sent it to Voyix. Marky Aurelius, and he was like, oh, our character was like, you mean Marcus Aurelius? He was like, oh, right. Marky was a bedroom name. and then this guy said, penetration was like a handshake in ancient Rome. Marky Rayleigh ass. You know, this guy does give top energy. It's definitely a +2 for Mistborn. Dogs are a must-have for gamers, otherwise they'd never take breaks during 14-hour gaming sessions. Kind of true. Non-consensual handshakes, the good old days. Oh, Jesus.
See, I used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard. Once I got away, I realized how small-minded I was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard, but that's how I was choosing to brand myself. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
I do have to say, though, I have never greeted my friends by railing them.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling. You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them accurate, we create prophecies we are doomed to fulfill.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Missing out, SMH. We can rebuild this society. No, I can't. I'm in a monogamous relationship.
For millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world.
Oh no,
I
his
was an
accent. It's so
unstoppable
sexy.
warrior
Oh
and
no.
assassin.
I don't know, man. I just give my friend hugs. I mean, I give my friends hugs too, but I don't penetrate them.
But with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had.
So deep, dude. That's what I meant. I'm on your side. Oh, okay.
See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements. I am so old, I am ancient.
Oh, come on. I know you've been kicking around a long time, but don't go labeling yourself as ancient.
You don't French kiss your friends? No.
But according to definition, I am ancient. It is not a label, but a specific classification of my age.
Okay, is that true? Hang on. I need to now look up if there's an actual definition of like like an amount of years that ancient is. Belonging to the very distant past and no longer in existence. You're fucking wrong. I'm right. You are in existence literally right now. You are not ancient. Yeah, bad dictionary. Hey, relax. He was there when Rome had power. He counts. But ancient means that it's no longer in existence. Rome is that he was there in ancient Rome, but he himself is not ancient.
Huh. Well, you look pretty good for being ancient then.
I just thought ancient meant older than me. Semantics. I know, but we're talking about cognitive distortions. So it's kind of hard to tell, because, like, I guess maybe that's kind of the point.
The secret is moisturizer, but let us continue. Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner.
So true, dude.
How shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer.
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but reducing ourselves to killers ain't doing us any favors.
I don't... I would expect cognitive distortions from someone living in a fake time zone. Shut up, Io. Jealous. More like an ass murderer, am I right? Hell yeah. I told you, this guy gives top energy. Rocky, are you done? 1 second, chat. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, you finished? Okay, if you guys bark at something outside, you're coming back up here. Them's the brakes. Sam's chin is so chiseled. Yeah.
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in.
I'm just a rat in a
I
cage.
was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
Those are not how I would
That's not
describe
true.
the Sam Walls I see
You were
before.
good for killing.
Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
Puppy girls when they see the cage.
I think that's all of them. Or at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
Oh, come on, you're just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
Okay, mister. You just labeled yourself.
Are you now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion?
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect beings, but to understand and accept ourselves.
This so hard. This is so real. Okay, you guys. Nope. Come here. Let's go. Come on, doggies. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Tequila. Come here. Come here. Good girl. You're a good girl. Hi. 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 Who are my good doggies? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh. Oh. You're gonna go all crazy now because you have all this energy because you ate? Doggy tap dancing. Yeah. Rocky doesn't really like it when we cut his nails. So.
As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges. One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
Oh my god. They must be excited from the box I left on Justice's doorstep. Io, did you mail me a pipe bomb? For legal purposes, that was a joke. Io did not mail me a pipe bomb.
I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied. I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify. I will begin. If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
Lol.
Well, that ain't right. He's acting powerless, like a man clinging to the whiskey bottle.
I thought the
If
I thought the
invite over
distortion
my vampire
was-
friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
I thought the distortion was that he definitely would have to deal with shit. Can't your friends just shit outside? Fellas, is it wrong to shit on your friend's floor? Seriously! What the fuck?
Well, that there's a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got no control, but you could lay down some ground rules for guests, or some newspaper.
Or express concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel. Let me try another.
Don't shit on my floor, friends. Chat room, if you ever come to my house, don't shit on my floor. Got it? Perfect timing. Didn't miss the shitting talk. I can't. Yeah, but Sloppy Tuna, you missed so much more. You missed so much more. Hi, babe. No promises? Hey. You never let us have any fun. What the fuck? Okay, then we're gonna have to have a party outside, because you guys can shit on the lawn. That's where the dogs shit. You cannot shit on my floors. Drop pants on the floor and get swifty with it. If I fit, I shits. I think I'm thankful for that. Oh, but I've gone through and said, you know what? We're gonna get through the rest of the demo, and then we're gonna do a recap of everything that we learned today.
I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
Chat's not potty trained. How surprising. So true. How you doing? Sloppy Tuna, Bay, how's it going?
Well, that's definitely some intense labeling. Those are some hard names to get over.
Give dog. Oh. Okay. Oh shit, I'm not dressed. Okay, you guys are gonna have to deal with the fact that I'm not dressed properly for stream. You got coffee? Don't forget makeup and Cinderella shoes. I'm literally in my nightgown. It says, I'm good in bed, I can sleep all day. I'm not naked! I'm not naked! Come here, Rocky. Come here. No, you gotta come here, man. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Ugh. My little baby boy. My little baby boy. My little baby. Hi, Snowy. My little baby boy. My little baby boy. Hi. Hi. We're all naked deep down inside. That's true. You don't own any nightgowns? You should. Dresses are the best. I love dresses. Naked just says don't shit on the floor. I'm not naked! He's a little shrimp. Are you my little baby? Are you my little baby? Hi. Hi. I am him. He is me. We are one. How are you, Snowy? Hi, Keela. There's the other one. There's the other one. I want to roll around with them. Oh, they're my little babies. Hi. Hi. Both doggos and a wifey. When it's really cold out, he literally will just spend all afternoon, like, in my sweater. OMG, hi Jess. Hi, Hoolie. Have you not seen my face before? Oh, you need a brush, my guy. Jeez Louise. No, this is the first time. Hi. Me neither. Hi, Jess. Hi, Mistborn. OMG, Flesh Tuber. feel like the tuber part implies that you can, like, take it off. There's no taking this off. This is all there is. Hi, do you want to rest with me? Or you want to go now? Oh, you're done. Okay. Oh! Totally forgot you had a tuber. It broke and you never revived it. There's plans for something in the future. Maybe. Alright. No more camera. Back to sexy vampires.
You are not wrong. Those names followed me for millennia.
We stay in flesh prison.
Let me try another.
Maybe.
If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
That there's got to be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
You completely replace your skin every 7 years. This is like that boat question. Yeah, but even if you replace your skin every years, you end up replacing all of your skin every 7 years, you're still you. I haven't shed me. If you turn off the camera, you cease to exist. You know that viewers have no object permanence. I know, just like streamers can't read.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not
But it does
really
come
an
off.
object
I
to me
guess so.
anyway.
But I guess I meant, like, take it off and put it back on as you please, which I cannot do with my skin. You're still you, yeah, unfortunately. Oh no, Faye, no! Oh, okay.
Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much like to teach you my ways.
She's gone, no,
I
I'm all
must
alone with
demand
the
something
sexy
of you first.
vampires. I'm not dressed to be on camera! I'm wearing my nightgown, dude! Though it is appropriately themed because it says that I'm good in bed.
Anything. I'm here to learn.
I'm in my pajam jams.
You must receive therapy yourself. I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own mental health.
Fair?
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy.
You do.
I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
I mean, that's true, but once you start seeing patients, every therapist should have a therapist.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world.
Amen,
You
brother.
have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
I found good emotes. Let's go.
I have. I didn't even notice.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them.
Didn't really look like a nightgown to me. Well, I wasn't about to stand up and show... I'm not... This is not a fashion show. We're looking at this demo for this... What I can already tell is an amazing visual novel.
You have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow me to share my experience with you.
Look at this. Love. I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Redeemed fit check 1000. No!
Well,
There is no
all right,
fit.
if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this old cowpoke.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance, drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Okay then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
She says it's not a fashion show, yet these men are here serving so much cunt. They're serving! I'm not! I didn't say that they weren't serving. I'm saying that I'm not serving.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
Yeah, but don't you like it?
All right then, Andromachos.
Andromachos.
Hey, Andromachos.
Jesus Christ, Sam.
Just call me Andy.
He's given him the name that ends in Y. That means they're going to end up in the bedroom. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. He's going to get fucking Brokeback Mountain up in this bitch.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow then.
About to give Andy a handy. Hey.
Look at all them muscles sweating, pumping. I am thirsty. There ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on the dance floor.
More cowbell! Hey. Where did this music come from? This guy's office is above a club, a nightclub, his nightclub. They're in a nightclub. More cowbell, goddammit.
Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
Yes, we get to see the hot bartender again. Let's go.
If it isn't clear,
Yes, Crimson.
boy.
Let's go. So Netflix is Lucifer? Kind of. Holy! I know, Hooli. I know. Crimson can get it? I know. Oh, fuck, she's so hot. Music got really loud for like 2 minutes. I mean, it's simulating him being in the club.
Seems I'll be sticking around.
She is,
Guess
in
I better
fact,
get used to things around here.
so hot.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work.
The immersion, Miss
Vampires
Bourne, the
have a lot of problems
immersion.
to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
Hey, let's go.
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
She calls him Andy too. Exactly. That's hot. See? I'm telling you, they're gonna fuck.
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar. Found a cave.
Except I wear my earplugs at the club because I'm an old man. If I had known that I get overstimulated by sound back when I used to go out to bars and clubs, I would have also worn earplugs. But now I don't. So the immersion missed, as I say as I touch up in my front. Io, you're terrible.
Dang. Must have been a sight.
I missed what that said, but then I read something about being naked in a hot tub. Nutty! Hi, Nutty. How are you? Also, you didn't send me your character at 1 a.m. last night. I'm very disappointed. I go from craving to really hating overstimulation. Yeah. I got that neuro D in me. That neurodivergence. She was rock climbing and stumbled into one of his lairs. Yeah.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a
Sam's
mountain.
perfectly posed to be a meme image. True. Frick normies. Yeah. I'm a metalhead autistic, so I go from needing really loud music to it killing me. Yeah, that tracks.
We hit it off, and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula.
Hell yeah, bitch. Get it.
But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind a little biting.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Oh no, me and Arcadia Crow are the same person. Oh, she's hot. Hello.
Reinhard, look. It's the sexy old guy again.
Okay, Arcadia, Nutty, look. This chick stole Enrico's outfit. She stole his fit and is wearing it to the club. I screen capped it earlier and sent it to him, and he was like, I swear to God.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You will probably get lucky.
I did not even notice. Oh my God. It's the collar, the glove, like, it's giving Enrico. You didn't tell me that's not like the lady version of Enrico's outfit? You're a fucking liar. Chat, if you like streamers who yell a lot like me, go follow that guy. He yells a lot and he tells me to stop flipping him off. I'm sorry, I gotta draw a peanut with arms and legs real quick. Okay.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by us.
I don't know, I watch a lot of MKT already. Who MKT? Enrico. Welcome to the shout out. Are they trying to fin-dom him? Maybe. I used to worry about screaming in stream until I met Enrico. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Krister, okay. Bro's really an inspiration. Yeah, I think, like, I more am just loud than I am just screaming all the time. Enrico, it's the girl that stole your fit! I was telling my chat room that if they like streamers that yell a lot, they should follow you. God damn it. I know! She's rocking it kind of hard, though. Not gonna lie. Hang on, I need a picture of Enrico, and we need to do a who wore it better. Oh, screaming streamers say less? Go follow Enrico. Hell yeah, Snowy. Also, read the rules and check and read the rules and join the Discord. I swear to God. Listen, mister. God's not listening, because you swear to him all the time. And I don't think you've gotten a response. I don't have the money.
I ain't buying you a drink. All I got are good old-fashioned dollars.
This is true. Also, Enrico, you missed so... I didn't mean for it to be dark. I just mean that God isn't real. And all of our lives are pointless. And one day, the sun will go out and we'll all be dead. And humans, it'll be like humans, we're never here. OMG, it's Enrico. I know! I was like, who the fuck's Enrico? God leaves you on red. God leaves everyone on red! I'm not convinced that God ever had a phone. I took that as God does not like Enrico, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a read. Oh, no. The only tragedy is that I won't be able to see the sun explode. I have to believe we'll make it to another system before then. No, don't spread the venereal disease that is humans across the galaxy. No. Are we talking about existential ennui in here? Not really, actually. We're talking about cognitive distortions and VTubers that yell a lot, and how in ancient Rome penetration was like handshakes, and that's about it. I watched Gundam. We cannot go into space if we still believe in war. That's what I'm saying! Nice, a typical Wednesday then. Yeah, you know it. In ancient Rome, huh? Yeah, ancient Rome is gay as shit. She distortion on my cognitive till I penetration. No, it's she penetrate my cognition until I distort. Come on now. Well, aren't we talking about me? I don't know. We can talk about Nutty. Ayo! According to the Expanse, sure we can. Listen, I'm firmly against spreading the venereal disease that is the human race across the universe. In the bum, Greeks keep it real. The Romans too. I'm firmly for it. That's okay, we can be on opposite sides of this debate.
I like American money. All we have on our money are buildings. You have all the sexy old men.
I don't think any of the men that are on any of the American bills are sexy. Chat, I'm not American. Who's on American money? I'm more about spreading my legs. Yeah. But also, you don't have to spread your legs. Sometimes it's better that way. Ben Franklin is hot as fuck. What are you talking about? Bunch of white slave owners. So true, Amy. So true. So true. Lincoln, Franklin, Washington, and Grant. American money is just a boat. Load of old white dudes. Boring.
All right, I'll bite. Which of them old men are sexy? I like Hamilton. His posture is just so...
You would like Hamilton, you fucking weirdo.
There is a dollar coin that has Eisenhower's face on it.
Oh, you are right. Eisenhower is, how do Americans say, a snack?
A snack? This is definitely another chat. I will get along with everyone here. I am not... The stream is not usually this horny. Usually the game dictates, like, how the stream goes. This game is very horny. So the stream has become very horny. Keep being you, chat and streamer. Will do. Can't be anyone else. Bro likes Lin-Manuel Miranda. So true. I was talking about the white slave owner crack. Oh, yeah. Asian? Wow. Asian? Wow. Asian? Wow. Asian? Wow. Asian? Wow. I can't stop. I do not understand that. You're so confused. Were you not there yesterday, Arcadia? Was it Loaf? No. Heartbreak? Yesterday? I still did not get it. Oh, okay. There's nothing to get. It's... Is this about 1,000 Exorcists? No. My favorite horny stream was Slay the Princess. It was a pretty good stream. We should go back and play it again since the update dropped. The update dropped, didn't it? I'm confusion. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not important.
I get it. You like older men. I ain't buying you a drink. I think I'd be insulting your economic status. Mein Lieber, don't worry about
yeah, it was
us.
a dumb
We just like to
TTS that happened
We have lucrative jobs in
yesterday.
IT.
It's all the freaks are in IT, chat. All of the freaks are in IT. I'm Sam, yeehaw. Yeehaw, motherfuckers. I hate this dude's look. Which guy, Reinhardt or Sam? There was an update, now the final confrontation has a bunch of nice animations. Let's go.
Oh yeah? Well, maybe you can help me.
Reinhardt? Yeah, it's a little try-hard.
Getting real tired of these things. Please, we are here to party. But get a laser printer. Well, thanks for the tip. That ink seems to be more valuable than blood.
Reinhardt doesn't make me hard. Amen. As someone in an IT-adjacent field, I represent that remark. I first read that as resent. Also, I work IT. Stop! It's so true. I'm telling you, all the freaks, all the furries, they're all in IT. That's why they have that money to get that art, man. Meanwhile, my poor ass was a nurse, working fucking way too fucking hard for not enough money. Furries are the unknown backbone of entire critical industries. Yeah! It's so true! A furry was the lead researcher behind the COVID vaccine. Let's go! So all the suspiciously rich furries are IT jockeys? Yeah.
I ain't buying you a drink. This stuff's terrible for you. Are you making a joke? We are at a bar.
It's okay. He's just trying to be protective. Aren't you, Opa?
Oh my god. Guys, is Opa Grandpa? Does she want this granddaddy dick? Is that what's happening right now?
You know, I think the drinks here ain't strong enough for you two.
She wants a gilf. Yeah, she does. That's a quote. Yep.
I ain't buying you a drink. You ain't exactly my type. We don't want to marry you. We just want to have fun with you. You kids are too much. Well, these kids just ain't gonna leave me alone.
Stop teasing the cowboy, Kinder.
Ah, Crimson, you're so hot. Chad, she's so hot. It's not fair. It's not fair. Wood? Yeah. Wait, what? What do you mean?
They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
Oh.
Dang, really? I ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
He did say that he runs his nightclub at a deficit.
Call it a drink exchange.
Is this what it's like to go to a bar? I think this only reaffirms my decision to never step inside a bar. Yes, correct. I have not been back into a bar and or club since COVID, and I don't think I ever will.
Huh. So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment here.
Enthusiastic consent, baby. Let's go. We don't, it's not no means no, it's yes means yes. Excited yeses.
Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
There's a kink room?
Wait, kink room?
If it's not hell yes, it's hell no. Exactly.
You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
Good.
I'm from Missouri, but point taken.
And I've heard many stories of the aggressive types at bars as well, and that sounds exhausting. Yeah. So I have a different experience because I'm in a very predominantly white area. So when I went out with all my friends who were white, I flew under the radar, which was nice.
Nobody has
but also
to do
like
anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun,
you know,
and drink your fill, handsome. I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you.
Are you coming on to me?
Maxine, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
Ach so, ein Vampir. I am thinking we are all getting lucky then.
Wait a second, can you be a customer if you're not buying anything? I want to come on to her, all right, if she says that I can.
My neck throbs with anticipation.
Dang. Guess I'm going to a kink room then. Thanks, Crimson. I knew a man who wore this much leather could be boring. Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Sam, I don't know if you want, if that's the terminology you want to use, my guy. You're in the kink room. And, stay pegged, gamers. Oh my god, Northernlion, why? Dude, that was so long ago. That was in like 2021 or some shit. Because I saw the librarian retweet it. Oh my god. I was like, that's fucked up. Maybe it was 2022. Either way, it was a long time ago, and that's fucked up. Sam, I don't know if you know what you're asking for. Yeah.
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the document and I will sign myself up for it.
Bro, my back hurt. That was so long ago. I know.
I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into biting.
This game rules. It's so good. I have pinned the link to the Steam store page at the top of the chat. Go and wishlist it. Wishlisting is really good for devs. When they hit a certain amount of wish lists, it starts to put them, it helps with the algorithm to get them seen more. This is exposure.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me with those? That's the plan. Who's going first? Oh, me. Well, step right on up.
Whoa!
Ouch, meine Arterien. Dang it, let me try that again.
Okay, so I'm going for the...
Das hat sich gut
Oh,
angefühlt.
I didn't... Okay. I guess I'm going for the vein. That makes more sense. It's fucked up being Canadian. You could be walking back home with your Tims and suddenly you'll hear Bolatra music and then he'll start talking at you about sushi and pizza and finding a restaurant in the grocery store and Costco.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Sure thing, come on over.
I guess I'm going for veins?
Oh, Reinhardt. The hot old vampire wore me out.
Me too, Maxie. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
Reinhardt, Liebe, ich bin zu müde, um sexy zu sein.
I will get us a taxi cab, Liebchen. Und du, cowboy. Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
This poor guy's like, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, sure thing, fella. You can help me with my new laser printer.
Not that! That's not... They weren't talking about the printer, my guy.
Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
I know a German VTuber. I need to get to play this now. Let's go!
Yeah, I figure I could use some shut-eye. I locked up my coffin over at the storage center.
Storage center. Please, you can use my guest coffin. I insist.
Sam is
You must be
adorable.
well-rested for the challenges ahead.
It's very sweet how little he understands and knows about sex.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow, huh? I should get a good day's sleep.
Wonderful. Please, follow me.
Well, dang. This is mighty plush. Guess it's one of them smart
Smart
coffins.
Oh, God.
Let's see what's on TV. Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation.
Sorry.
Not sure I should stay up watching movies now. Well, ain't much else to do in here.
Is that in the public domain
It's
now?
about time I hit the hay. Hope I'm cut out for all this.
Samuel, good evening. I hope you slept well.
Like the dead, as they say.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night.
You'll be even fuller the next time they come back and you do some begging, dude.
Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
Not cool.
Well, gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Ah, hell. Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We gonna get started now?
If you like.
Why not? I'm eager to get going. Let loose, Doc.
Very well. Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
I thought you were gonna say you'll be even fuller than when Andy's done with you. Not gonna lie, there are definitely these types in the alt community, and I think they're annoying. I think people that don't understand boundaries are not great. He literally looks the type,
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like. Being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to live. When I see vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
And why is that up to you?
yeah, man.
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers. I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
This chat, feels codependent to me. Because you're trying to regulate your own emotions, whatever he's going through, by projecting and, like, solving other people's problems so you don't have to solve your own. I was like, I don't like him. Damn it, damn it if he is that way. It was low-key good character design. But fuck their type with a sledgehammer. Any good vampire media has to throw shade at Twilight. True.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
You sure are, buddy.
You are most perceptive. Yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is. When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
Well, I guess that's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
Very good, Samuel. Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something.
I fall into control fallacies all the time. Not like that.
Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients. You will do what you can do, and that is enough.
I don't know how many of you know this. Like, I know that everyone hears these words, but, like, to truly internalize them is so hard. It's so difficult. I was talking about this with my therapist, and, like, actually, like, it was part of the reason that, like, the session went so well. We talked about, I tend to think of things as, like, automatic reactions instead of, like, conscious choice. So when I would protect myself using whatever coping mechanisms that I could come up with at the time because I was a child, that was me choosing, that was me subconsciously knowing that I am important enough that I need to be protected because the people who are supposed to be protecting me aren't protecting me. I classified that as automatic and I didn't see it as making a choice. So I have felt for a lot of my life that I don't have autonomy, but you are making that choice. Like, I now have to, like, reevaluate, like, every single thing that I have gone through in my life and be like, I chose to make this decision. I chose to keep going. I chose I mean, it always is going to come back to the only thing you can control is yourself.
But I am eager to learn how you develop this desire to help our kin find a different way of thinking.
But it's really hard. Like, I'm just learning that now at 30.
Well, like I told you when I first emailed you, I was a real nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire. When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed. It all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? That's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
I am going to stop you for a moment. Stupid, no-account piece of shit, nasty son of a bitch, dumbest thing.
Labels!
Do you hear the way you are talking about yourself?
And sometimes it literally takes somebody mirroring back to you exactly the words that you said to realize how outrageous something sounds. Saying things out loud gives them more weight and makes them more tangible, but sometimes when you're talking, you're not really processing the words that you're saying and the meaning that is behind them, which is why therapy is so important, because they're trained to detect these sorts of things and to know how to mirror these things back to you to help you start reflecting on, like, why do I say these things about myself? Like, what does this mean for, how does this affect my decision making? Stuff like that. I think a lot of people have the wrong idea about what therapy actually is. It's not always just talking about your feelings.
With respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no-account piece of shit, what would you tell me?
I'd say you were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you are labeling yourself?
Amen, brother. Amen. Self-flagellation does not work. Self-compassion is what works. Softness, connection, tenderness. That's what heals. You're not gonna... not going to heal a horse by whipping it more.
If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion for them and for yourself.
Did it take me a while to find the right therapist? 8 years! I started doing therapy 8 years ago, and I cannot tell you, I've gone through at least 10. So, yes, it took a while. And I'm privileged to have even been able to do that. A lot of it, I did some while I was in school, and then I did some when I was at work through like my work EAP program. And then I did some like after I left that job, so I was paying out of pocket. I'm paying out of pocket now. But yeah, it can take a really, 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 really long time. And I don't know. So CBT has been like the new hotness in the last like 10 years or so. It does not work for everybody. And in fact, can be really harmful to people with like trauma and some other stuff. So if you have been unsuccessful in therapy, but you still want to keep trying, see if you can find a therapist that uses a different modality of treatment. My therapist does a lot of narrative therapy and a lot of, we do a lot of like shadow work, like inner child work. Trying so hard to not cackle when you mention. Okay, cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm not talking about cock and ball torture. Hi, Alex. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone who got the right therapist on them for the first try. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. Because it's not just the knowledge that they have, it's also, do your personalities vibe? Do you feel comfortable enough around this person to be vulnerable? You just can't say, you can't just say that? Alex, you missed a lot, my friend. I've been wanting to go to therapy, but it's so expensive that it's just not possible for me. I'm so sorry. That's awful. Fucking everybody, like, everybody should have mental health care. It took me years to learn that because everyone around me put me down, and that was just how I learned. To this day, I deal better in pressure than without it, because when it gets too much or stops, I break. Yeah, so a lot of people, and I find it especially in the content space too, a lot of people, and I used to do this too, they run on fear. Their driving force is some kind of anxiety, like they are living their life going from thing to thing, not actually chasing what they think they're chasing, but running away from whatever like horrible feeling that they've been suppressing for God knows how long. Like operating out of fear, and that like is not sustainable. Take it from somebody who operated out of fear for the first, well, I still do kind of, but I'm more aware of it now. I'm working on it. You rang. It's hard. And the way that our economies and stuff are set up does not help it. Like we grow up in an environment, like regardless of your intersectionality, regardless of any of that, the systems that we grow up in make it that way. And burn it all down. That's what I said, Sad Flows. It's encouraging to hear how persistent you've been and seemingly found some success as well. Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's, mental health stuff is really important to me.
So, now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please, tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
as a former mental health nurse, and also as somebody who like is dealing with like my own trauma, and I know that it's not something that everybody can afford to do or even has access to. So if I can at least bring to the table, you know, a place where you feel heard, a place where you can feel validated, a place for you to talk about what you fear, and, you know, still be accepted. That's like why I do this. Anyway.
Well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending, and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of my gang.
It also doesn't help that Swedish healthcare is a complete joke. It took me going to the emergency psychiatry because of suicidal thoughts to be even put on a queue to be evaluated for ADHD meds. A queue I was never updated about my position until a week before I got to see a nurse. A year. That's crazy. That's horrendous. Oh yeah, hi by the way. Hi Mongo. Join the Discord if you are looking for a place to connect with people who are relatively like-minded. We're not going to agree on everything, obviously, but we have a channel where you can, you know, dump your thoughts, and you can ask for people's advice, or you can just say you're not looking for any input, you're just venting and want some validation. Because it's really important to not only express whatever it is you're feeling so that you get it out of you and it becomes this tangible thing that doesn't live only inside of you, but it's also important to feel like even though you're going through this thing, you are still a person who matters, no matter how you may feel about yourself at the time. You can know that there's a community of people who care about what happens to you. And I don't believe in this, like, oh, you can only be real friends with people in real life if you've met and you're in proximity with each other. I think that's bullshit. And I think that we need to start making more media that focuses like the importance of platonic relationships and like basically any kind of relationship other than romantic. I've had enough of those. Let's move on.
I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it.
But homie kisses? Oh, Alex, did you know that in ancient Rome, penetration was like a handshake? This guy fucked Marcus Aurelius. You jealous? Huh? Yeah, ancient Rome was gay as fuck. I'm not gonna let it go for like a week. It's really funny! Like, I've never heard it described that way. That's hilarious.
They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend, even shared their blood with me. They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before. They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them. I think about them every day of my own life. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
Yeah, I Roman handshaked your mom last week. No, the Roman handshakes are between men, my guy.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more.
Yeah, I Roman handshaked your dad last week. Let's go.
Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walking to think.
Okay, we're starting ads. I think? Maybe? Or did they just end? Okay, no, they're here. Okay, we're just gonna hang tight while we wait for the advertisements. Chat, what's the worst, if you're here, what's the worst advertisement you've ever seen on Twitch? I remember I kept going into Voyix's stream, and every single time I would get the Magnum condom ad. Every time. For like a week. I have a confession to make. I haven't had a Twitch ad in over a year. Did you buy Turbo? I'm thinking about getting Turbo. Congrats on eating a Magnum condom, I guess. Yeah, Magnum condom for my Magnum dong. Keep getting Swedish beauty products? Interesting.
I walked in nature for about 90 years and just took in all the grace and beauty of my country.
Nope, I just don't get them. Huh? Sick. I love that for you, Rod. Apparently Twitch Turbo also helps the people you watch. Yeah, they get a small percentage of the ad revenue, I think, or something. I don't know how it works. Bless you, Danny DeVito.
I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the Transcendentalists helped me.
Hydrate? Okay. By that I mean American beauty products dubbed in Swedish. Oh, okay. Posture check. Okay. I guess I'll stop sitting like a shrimp. I'll stop sitting like a little forgetful shrimp.
Why?
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others? Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator.
Yeah, chat. Never should on yourself. Ever. No shoulding. Should? Take the word out of your vocabulary. Take it out.
Should statements are another cognitive distortion, something created by your own mind. Nature asks almost nothing of you.
Yeah, we don't should in this chat. No shoulding.
Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates undue pressure.
I must simply get it out of my vocabulary. Ought to. Frogster!
And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds. We procrastinate. And as you know, we have a lot of time to procrastinate.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
More like procrastinate, am I right? So you're saying we should stop using that word? No, I'm saying stop using that word. Yes, Alex? Okay, listen. The tone of the game affects the tone of the stream. The game is horny, so the stream is horny. Nothing going on with your day. Thank you.
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find fulfilling?
Hold on, though. Ain't there some things we really should do?
Of course, there are things we must do. But nature herself tells us what they are. We invent the rest. Here, let me give you an exercise.
Wait, we're horny since when? The start of this stream.
Listen closely.
Did you miss the part about Roman handshakes being penetration?
That is a distortion. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
That's the one. No one should go to a dentist. Goddamn butchers.
That is not true. We have to go to the dentist. Our teeth are important to us. How long has it been since you've seen a dentist, Samuel?
The start of my streaming career, you mean? I don't think. Who was here back when I first started? Is Libby here? Is Robin here? Crunchy Pickles. I guess that is kind of horny. Yeah, I guess anal sex is a little horny. Wait till you hear how they closed their deals. Jesus.
No, not since the Civil War, and I'd rather keep it that way.
We'll talk about that in another session. Let's try again. I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
I mean, it never made me horny. That's fair. I'm so glad I don't have quotes enabled in my chat. Shut up, Alex. Nobody asked you.
Saying you should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement. You've turned something you want to do into something
should?
you have to do.
I'm sorry. What? What was that, Alex? We don't should in this chat. I just got through saying this.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was clearly well spent.
Sorry.
Well,
it's okay, buddy.
thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Hold on.
Oh, wow.
I've only been in Europe for a couple of days.
Ooh.
I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner.
Hell yeah! We love an independent woman. Let's go!
Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
You feel strongly, and for no particular reason, that you want a quote system. What are you, a Jedi? Trying to play mind tricks on me?
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
You can say, I, Alex, want there to be quotes in the chat. It's only you. It's only you. It's only you. Scene. Sham.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel? Every time I say something positive, you find a way to negate it.
I do this. I do this. I do this.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing, spent the next 90 walking in the woods.
It's really hard for people to, it's really hard for some people to accept compliments, and it's something that you do have to, like, work on.
I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either.
Hey.
I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
It's another cognitive distortion, one that mortal psychologists call disqualifying the positive. I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality, with both its positive and negative aspects. I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones. Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me when I disqualify my positive deeds. I am Andromochos, one of the most powerful vampires alive. Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things. I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people. The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
That's the one. You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing it to the evil stuff you done.
Whenever I get a compliment, I assume it's because they either pity me or want something from me, so I say thanks, but then feel very nervous around them. Well, and that's a learned thought pattern. Like, something happened to you before, in your formative years where something happened where accepting a compliment led to something that wasn't safe for you. Is my guess. Like, all behavior has meaning. All of our thought patterns come from something that happened during our formative years. And that, to me, what you've described sounds like you had, that there might have been an incident where somebody paid you a compliment and then there were, like, bad consequences that followed it. So now you feel uncomfortable. You associate the feeling of that lack of safety with compliments.
Well done, Samuel. I believe the recognition of this distortion will serve you well when you start to see clients tomorrow.
Whoa, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here cognitive distortion things.
I will, of course, be with you. You needn't worry. I can sense your instincts and will help you.
But tomorrow? I just don't feel ready yet.
My friend, we are never truly ready. But if it would ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples. Would that be helpful to you?
I think I'm good.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get a liter inside you. We have a big night tomorrow.
Excuse me?
How much is a liter?
You fucking American.
Just get enough to drink, Samuel. We will not be able to work if you are hungry or tired. Now, please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson tonight. I suspect I shall not return until nearly morning.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace.
I really like the idea that they say rest in peace to each other when they... Oh,
Samuel,
God, that's
glad
really
to see you are
good.
awake. Your first client is on his way.
What, already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for this?
Shoots
Are these
clients.
people's brains I'm messing with?
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right. To be so young and have so much empathy is quite a gift.
Hang on, I gotta turn my fan down. I'm freaking cold.
Hi, doggies. Hi.
All you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal itself to you.
Me engulfed in peace as I go to bed. Hell yeah.
Shucks, wish I had your confidence.
Well, to a limited extent, I can see the future. If you are about to misinterpret a client's distortions, I will set you back on the right path.
You can see the future?
It's not that impressive, really. You start to see the patterns after 1,000 years or so.
Well, dang. If seeing the future ain't impressive, that's gotta be a distortion. Disqualifying the positive, it's gotta be.
You barely require my aid as it is.
I think that this game... If people... Oh! Hi, bees! Bees! How are you? How was the rest of the stream? Bees is wonderful. Bees was playing Monbazu earlier. I got to see Tom Houston's. Extremely sleepy. Yeah, you've been up all night. Good night. Sleep well. Hello, Raiders from Bees. I'm Jess. We're playing a vampire visual novel called Vampire Therapist. It fucking rules. It's really good. The link to the Steam page is at the top of the chat. You should peep it because it's real good. In peace. Damn it, Rod.
If you need
Have a
guidance,
good
I will
sleep,
provide it to you
bees. Night
telepathically.
night.
Don't think about it too much. When you are 3,000, such things will cease to impress you. Let us look at your first client's case file.
Dr. Drain, huh? You ain't got no first name?
Dr. Dre.
Many vampires go by one name. Families and titles seem to become more abstract after a certain age.
Huh. So is it funny that he kept the title?
Indeed, you catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive. I will let you work now. I shall be meditating in my coffin, but I will sense when you need my help.
But I...
Samuel, I know you can handle this. Be yourself, and all will be well.
Oh!
Satan bless it all, I hate flying!
Hi, buddy.
Hey there. God's blood, what on earth are you?
Wow. Okay, rude.
I'm the new therapist. My name's Sam. Have a seat, Dr. Drain. And American as well. Good God. It's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you.
Okay, that's kind of based. He's kind of right. Although you're not much better. You sound British, you fucking colonizer. Come on. Look in the mirror. Oh, wait. They literally can't. Oops. How do you tell a vampire to reflect? Look inward.
Oh, well. I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you?
Did he just come to therapy to roast him? I mean, that people lash out because they don't want to get in touch with their own feelings because it's too uncomfortable. Smokey! Hi, Smokey. I'm doing great. How are you? We're playing Vampire Therapist. It's a demo for an upcoming visual novel that actually like walks you through and teaches you about cognitive distortions. They did this like in conjunction with real therapists, so it's pretty cool. Professor Sewer here has a bit of a bad mouth, honestly.
And ignorance, even American ignorance, is bliss, I suppose. Oh, sweet ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee.
God, you're annoying. I just woke up mostly, hoping my haircut appointment's still at the same time, but I may have to reschedule it later. Oh no! I hope when you do get your haircut, it goes well. Forgot About Dr. Dre. Forgot About Dre is my favorite track off of Dr. Dre's self-titled album, honestly. So true.
Damn it. How am I gonna work with this fella? I gotta ask Andy.
Are you all right, Samuel?
You gave me this fella as my first client?
Why not? He is clearly hiding very little about his state of mind.
How am I supposed to help him when he already sees me as the bad guy?
Does he see you as the bad guy, though? Or is he projecting those feelings onto you because he feels like he's a bad guy? Bam! They made this alongside actual therapists. It's actually kind of really cool. Yeah, it's really great. Check it out. Wishlisting really helps the devs out. I'm definitely going to be trying to get my hands on this game when it comes out in full. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Use your instincts, Samuel. Think about how you have felt in your darkest hours. What does this poor vampire want?
Holographic therapist.
I think he needs a dang reality check, charging at me like an undersexed bull.
If you tried to give an undersexed bull a reality check, that would not change the fact that it is undersexed. How did the Transcendentalists approach you when you were a wilder man, Samuel?
Yeah, I get it. I'm sure this fella's come here with problems. I can't be surprised when they show up. I think he doesn't want therapy.
He is here, isn't he? That alone is a significant step. Did you commit every drop of your blood toward a new way of thinking when you started your own journey, Samuel?
I guess not. Just seems awful funny to come all the way out here and act as if he doesn't want any help.
He's just getting comfortable, I expect. Or at least his version of comfortable.
I think he just wants to complain.
Perceptive, Samuel. He can hardly stop himself, can he?
So, what? I just let him complain?
Of course. Just give him a starting point to let it all out. It will make him feel better.
Well, if you say so.
Don't worry, Samuel. You are doing wonderfully. I will release your time now.
He can stop time, too?
Well, are you just going to sit there?
Oh, no, okay.
I was just gonna ask how your trip here was. My trip? My trip was bloody wonderful. Until my familiar got a flat tire and I had to fly 30 kilometers here as a bat. I hate being a bat and I hate flying. Do you know an owl tried to eat me? Me, a creature that has lived for centuries, treated like common prey. I'm surprised he was even interested. You should see what an ugly little beastie I am when I transform. All I could do was screech and squeak until he went away. Well, I suppose I'm alive, in a manner of speaking anyway. You all right there, pal? Yes, I'm fine. Well, I'm not, of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise. But for the sake of conversational integrity, fine.
God, this game is fascinating.
I take it you read my case file and know why I'm here?
I didn't read his case file, actually. Let me read! Class of 1614, graduate of the Royal College of Physicians, been studying the nature of blood for the last several centuries, became a vampire after a post-mortem blood transfusion experiment, now runs a global pharmaceutical research company. Oh god, is he... Haircuts at the original time, let's go! Get out of here, Smokey! Go get your hair cut! Is now concerned that he has developed an addiction to a drug of his own formulation. Suggestion, detected strong irritability on the phone, investigate drinking and sleeping habits. Okay.
You're here for an addiction problem. Yes. Embarrassing, isn't it?
No.
Well, what's to be embarrassed about? I remember when Ulysses S. Grant was president. Didn't seem to bother him. Oh, well, of course. How wonderful it is that I share the mental failings of people who only live a single lifetime. Hey, come on now. There's a part of us that's still mortal. Can't help that, just like we can't help being dead. So I'm discovering. Look, I just need some tips and I'll be on my way. Just give me all the tricks. Whatever one does to make addictions go away.
It's not how addictions work, my guy.
Tips? Let me think. Partner, there ain't no tips that'll magically cure you. But I'm here to listen. You know, I never in my life thought anyone would ever call me partner. Like partner, but not with a T.
Stop being such a cunt. That's a step. You're not wrong. Bobbert, you're not wrong.
And I know how you English love your tea. Thank goodness we can still process tea. We cannot live on blood alone. I appreciate the concern, though. I must admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing. Tell you what, let's not worry
Cunt
about being
with a hard
above or
T.
below
Yeah.
anything. You're here now, so let's see what we can do. What exactly are you addicted to? It's a form of plasma, a catalytic compound of my own design, a necessary component of my own scientific goals. You're losing me. Well, let me try to make it simple. I have been able to replicate and even alter the molecular patterns that vampiric erythrocyte surface receptors receive. Our unique physiology gives us an increased ligand affinity, which is how we are able to process blood the way that we do.
He's literally getting high on his own supply? Yes.
I can extend this receptivity and thus achieve my true goal: synthetic blood, freedom from the hunger that plagues us, and hope for all humanity. Well, dang, that sounds pretty impressive, Doc.
This is just like Morbius. I never watched it.
Well, it doesn't work without a vampiric catalyst, and that is the plasma I am addicted to.
Jesse Drainman.
Pathetic.
We gotta
isn't it?
cook!
I have spent 400
Jesse!
years trying to steal the secret of blood, only to be engulfed by it, like Prometheus walking into a fireplace. Pathetic? Doc, where the heck would you get a word like that? You've come up with the synthetic blood. Man, I can barely get my spurs on some mornings.
Amen, brother.
Maybe you've had a setback or two, but give yourself a little credit, compadre. Credit? For wasting 400 years? Practically speaking, I'm in the same place as I was back when King James was in power. Only now I have a drug problem. Perhaps I must face facts. My professor was right. Nothing we ever do will make a damned bit of difference.
Samuel, listen to him. Do you recognize his patterns of thought?
There's some distortions in there, ain't there?
I knew you would sense them. Invite him to talk more about this failure of his.
I'll do my best. Now hold on just a minute there, cowpoke. I've heard you talk a lot about failure, but it sure sounds to me like you ain't thinking clearly if you think you're a failure. I am a realist, that's all. Look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
Should. He should it on himself, chat. Don't should on yourself.
Well, who said you should have achieved more? Isn't it obvious? I should have something to show for 400 years of work. And what happens if you don't? Absolutely nothing at all.
Right.
Well, that's my point. That is not as encouraging as you think it is. Ain't meant to be encouraging, just showing you a little reality. Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death. So it's all your fault that you haven't come up with the perfect synthetic blood. It can't be anyone else's fault. Only I have the skill, the knowledge, and the experience. Pardon me for saying so, Doc, but it sounds like what you're doing is pretty dang complicated. It sounds to me like you're some kind of god if you expect control over life itself. Please, I'm a scientist, not a spiritualist. It is not control I seek, but understanding. And are you ever gonna have perfect understanding? No, of course not. I'm not a wizard. So how about not putting saving the world on one person, Doc? That is a simplification, but I take your point. As I was saying, now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance.
Dr. Drain's view of the world is quite stark, isn't it? I do find the English tendency toward expressive words adorable, though.
Okay, I guess it's...
Now that I'm addicted to my... That's a pretty dark read on things. You know, lots of folks get over their addictions.
Hi, XD. How are you? How's it going? Hi, 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 hi.
Yes, but not me. I'm trying to tell you that even if you are addicted, that ain't the end, hermano. You got a lot of life and opportunity left in you.
I'm okay. How about you? Good. We're playing this visual novel called Vampire Therapist, which was made in conjunction with like actual therapists, and it's teaching us about cognitive distortions, and also it's really horny. So, yeah, it's great. This is just the demo. If you like what you see, you should put it on your wish list. I left the link for the Steam page at the top of the chat there. Gotta get busy today, so I lurk. Have a wonderful day.
If you can call this life. Now hold on there. That's what I call Nosferatu thinking, straight from the coffin. Life ain't all black and white. It's got its shades of gray too, you know. Come on, Sam. There's some distortions in that whole speech you missed, you dang fool. Oh, tarnation. Now I'm labeling. Hey, Cowpoke, you mind repeating all that stuff you just said? I most certainly do mind, but very well.
Really like how there appears to be some sort of fail state. To be... no form. Okay, yeah. I like how there appears to be no form of a fail state, just help, tips, and lessons. Yeah. It, like... It doesn't tell you that you failed or got it wrong, it just redirects you. Gotta go. Okay, bye, Smokey! Drive safe if you are driving to your haircut.
Look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes.
Let me aid you, Samuel. Our doctor friend is using belittling language. What kind of distortion does...
Look at me. 400 years...
Let me aid you, Samuel. Our doctor friend is using belittling language. What kind of distortion does that indicate?
I don't know, the ones that I picked you said were wrong.
I don't know many people who would call working with leukocytes dabbling. I mean, I gotta admit, I have no earthly clue what you're talking about. So unless you made up all them science terms, I think you might be doing more than playing with a chemistry set. Perhaps, but if we consider all there is to know about blood, I know precious little. But you know something? Yes, I concede I might know something about blood. I would hope so after 400 years.
You still got more knowledge about blood than most, whether it's been 4 years or 400 years, amigo. Let's get back to what you were saying, though.
Oh, well played, cowpoke. Perhaps I am being a little dramatic. Yes, I'm aware that in reality progress has been made, enough to get to this point.
Good.
But I didn't come here to ask for a pat on the back and to be told I'm a good boy.
I mean, that's what a lot of people downstairs came here for, am I right?
That ain't my department, but I hear they do some of that stuff downstairs.
Hey, this guy knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, yes, we all know very well that the Continentals are more sexually liberated than we are. But as I say, I don't want all this therapy stuff. I just want to stop using this damn drug.
Yeah, but why are you using the drug? What are you running from?
So what's so good about this stuff anyway? Why do you like it?
I'm not certain. I don't remember what happens after I take it, but I wake up feeling, how do I put this, alive.
Well, that don't sound so bad. A good nap can make me feel like a new man.
I'm not talking about feeling refreshed. I mean I feel alive. As if I'm someone else, someone who lives. And I wake up and find, oh gracious me, I am not depressed.
You mean to tell me that you're going to sleep depressed every night?
That's rough, bro.
Oh, nothing of the sort.
Oh well, I'm glad to hear that.
You are assuming that I can simply go to sleep and my global scientific enterprise will run itself.
Oh wait just a gosh darn minute. You're telling me you don't sleep?
Yes, it's not as though we can get much deader already, and I have work to do.
So you're not sleeping and you're always depressed. I think we're starting to get somewhere.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep.
Oh boy. So this reads to me like a couple different ones.
Come on now, it's a big world out there, and different things are depressing to different people. Everyone reacts to things differently. Ain't it true that a sensible person, as you call him, might even be a different degree of depressed?
Very well, I suppose I might have been using a bit of mild hyperbole.
Mild is putting it mildly, buckaroo.
Got him.
Buckaroo? Now I'm even more depressed.
Ha!
Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
Now why'd you say coming and talking to me makes you a whiner?
Is that not what I currently am?
Sounds to me like you're expressing yourself. Whiner is the word you used.
Boom, got him.
Yeah, if you want to call it whining, that's up to you. But that's entirely your label.
Oh, very well, call it moaning or whinging if you prefer.
Moaning, whinging, bellyaching, still all just labels.
I don't believe I shall be using the term bellyaching in any case. But as I was saying, in the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
So you're telling me you feel good when you wake up, and then you call yourself an ignoramus. Before you even get a chance to reflect on feeling good, you're insulting yourself.
Any of this clicking for anybody in chat? Are we learning uncomfortable truths about ourselves?
That's what I like to call disqualifying the positive.
I'm simply stating facts. Stating facts shouldn't impede an argument.
What good is that fact doing anyone? It's about as useful as an empty holster.
Lest I somehow forget that you are a cowboy. About this drug, though. Oh, very well. I suppose I might be discounting my experience.
I don't know how to say this, amigo. You really don't like letting yourself be happy.
What did you clip? Oh no.
Honestly, I'm failing to see the problem with taking this stuff. Seems like it's making you get the rest you need and it makes you feel good. What's the problem?
First of all, I do not need to rest. And partaking of this plasma does have downsides.
What kind of downsides?
I do not know what happens when I partake of the substance. However, when I wake up, I feel refreshed. But I also smell of blood and sex. Once I even woke up wearing a football jersey. It was most distasteful.
I guess you must be having some kind of good time.
That is not my idea of a good time.
I think it is.
I'm Dr. Drain. I am intelligent and worldly, not some ill-bred monster. I don't go gallivanting into godforsaken places to engage in depraved coitus and the consumption of dirty blood.
I have never heard somebody pronounce it coitus. Isn't it coitus? What the fuck? Also, maybe you should be.
It sounds to me like you're real good at denying yourself things.
Hi, Mac! I mean, Mac. How are you? How's it going?
Well, I should be better at it.
Stop shooting!
You know, Doc, a wise old vampire recently told me something I'm about to tell you.
Microwave. Yay.
You keep talking about the things you should be doing. You, compadre, are shoulding all over yourself.
See? I relate to the pressure he feels, but not the asshole personality. No. Yeah. Like, you know, just if any part of it resonates with you, take that part with you if you feel like it's important and is helpful. Just working. Very good, very good. I hope that work is going well today for you.
Oh, well, that is vivid, isn't it? I can now add incontinence to my already considerable list of faults. I'm being serious. I'm listening to you tell me I should be doing this, and I shouldn't be doing that.
I do this all the time.
But who gave you all them shoulds and shouldn'ts? I don't know. It shouldn't matter, should it? I've been dead for over 400 years. It's the oldest stuff that sticks with us, amigo. We all got traumas.
Amen, brother.
Heck, we're dead men. That's traumatic no matter what. But what we gotta start with is you. You've been through a lot. Don't rope yourself up so tight. Listen, we're doing good work already, I know it. Now, let's not push too hard. I would really like you to think about where all them shoulds are coming from before we meet again. And be good to yourself, all right, partner? Don't feel like you gotta go cold turkey on that plasma stuff. Yes, well, all the same, I'd rather not do it at all. Is that actually gonna happen, though? It might. You're dipping into it tonight, aren't you? I was thinking about it. All right, partner. Just give yourself a little compassion. That's all I'm asking. I'll admit, you've given me some things to think about. Not pleasant ones, mind. You can handle it, partner. You're way smarter than I am. Yes, well, that is certainly true. Very well. I shall do some reflecting, inasmuch as our kind can reflect. I shall see you in precisely 4 weeks, then. Farewell, Sam.
Masterfully done, Samuel. I knew you would do well, but that doesn't make me any less pleased.
See, this is something else too. So, at least for me in my childhood, doing well was an expectation. So when you did it, it wasn't celebrated, which has pushed me to feel like I'm never doing enough and that I'm failing. This is like you have to do this for yourself. That definitely hit a sore spot. Yeah. Like, choose to be proud of the things that you've done. I deal with that to the point of like self-destruction. It's hard.
Well, that was a hell of a rush. That fella's holding on tighter than a holster to a gunslinger's hip. It felt real good to help him look at himself a little more kindly.
I'm so normal.
Good, Samuel. Treasure this feeling. But also rest. Go downstairs, get something to drink, relax in your coffin. Next week you shall see a new client. I think they will be an interesting challenge for you.
I was never given anything for doing good, and I was physically disabled too, so not like I could get like a good job or something. Yeah. Yeah. And it's hard to not conform to other people's expectations, society's expectations of what you, again, should be doing or where you should be at in life. Don't let society shit on you, Chet. Somehow that feels close, but I don't think that's a problem I have. A lot of this stuff is interconnected, so it might be touching on something that is around this space, but isn't necessarily this exact thing. But, you know, even if somebody isn't going to tell you, good job, you can tell it to yourself. The more you tell it to yourself, the more you'll believe it. And, like, there is a lot of power in saying things out loud. And, like, I used to think it was stupid, frou-frou, like, oh, manifesting is dumb. But it opens your mind to the possibilities of, like, it helps you not disqualify the positive immediately when it happens. And hearing it orally makes it more tangible. And the more you hear it and the more you repeat it, the more it will feel true. And so a lot of these cognitive distortions and thought patterns and stuff literally they're literal neural pathways in your brain. And in order to change these thought patterns that started and have been developing since you were a child, it's going to take a really, 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 really long time, and it's going to be a really, really, really slow process, slow to the point where you might not even recognize it yourself, but if you keep doing the work, other people might recognize it in you, of literally, like, imagine you're driving down the road and you take the road that you normally take. So that's your old thought pattern. But you recognize, like, halfway down the road, oh, this is actually not helpful, and I actually wanted to go down that other road. You may have to go back there and start to build that other road. But eventually, that old part will die off, and your thought patterns will shift, hopefully, into something that's a little more kind, compassionate for yourself. I live with my parents, and it's really hard to convince them, especially my dad, that their words have meaning and hurt me quite badly. They occasionally tell me I'm doing a good job or thank me, but just a few weeks ago I had forgotten to take out the trash for 3 days, and I was told that I never do anything and that I'm a disappointment for not being able to do the simplest of tasks. I'm really sorry that they said that to you. That's not even remotely true. You do a lot. You work. And also, the trash not being taken out is not hurting anybody. It's not the end of the world. And I wish that I could tell your parents that. The generation before us have a lot of problems with understanding the power that words have. Like, the whole sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me is the most wrong shit. And names will just scar me for life. Mentally. My entire life was like that, and I've dealt with chronic pain for years. It made me cold and bitter, and when I did good, I was okay. When I was not, I couldn't take myself. Like, people will tell you it's your fault when you can't walk. It's really wild. That's ableism. Cut and dry. Like, I think most people don't think about the fact that one small event could lead them to becoming disabled. Like, everybody in their life will become disabled by something, whether it's permanent or chronic, but they will deal with disability in their life. And I think that people distance themselves from that and feel like if they don't think about it, it won't happen to them. So when they see people who challenge that belief about themselves, like that I won't ever be disabled, this won't happen to me, it freaks them out and they go on the offensive. I never got help for my disability, and now I have real mobility problems because, like, my own dad didn't give a fuck. Like, I need a wheelchair to go out for a while, and I use a cane now. Also, people who struggle and deal with shit want to believe we can all work out of it. When you can't, it's scary. A lot of my therapy journey over the past 4 years has been accepting that there are some things that won't get better, and that's okay. Like, a lot of therapy is also like assessing what your expectations of yourself are and assessing whether or not those things are realistic and determining what your new normal is going to be and learning to accept that. And the whole we can all work out of it thing is just garbage meritocracy bullshit. Like, so many people at different intersectionalities are so disadvantaged just by virtue of existing that literally the entire deck is stacked against them. And that's where a lot of people don't like to admit where they may have privilege. Like, all of us here right now are all very privileged to be on the internet and to have access to the internet and electricity, right? That gives us a giant leg up over people who are in third world countries. But that doesn't disqualify any of the things that you're going through. It doesn't make your pain any less real. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it's not just comparing your lack of good things to somebody else's good things. It's also comparing the things that you feel are good in your life to people's lack of things in their life. Anyway.
I bid you good evening, Samuel. Rest in peace.
You too, Andy. Well, I guess it's time I got me some grub. Well, that's it, I guess. My first client. Can't believe I'm doing this therapy. Sure could use a drink. I'll check in with Crimson.
Yes, I love Crimson.
Well, if it isn't Yosemite Sam, how you doing tonight, partner?
I've had to sit down and have tearful conversations with my mom about how hurtful some of the things she would say were. She clearly meant well, but the road to ruin is paved in good intentions. Yeah, and something that has been difficult for me personally is holding that two things that seem contradictory can be true. Like, my parents were doing the best with what they had, but also it was shitty and abusive and neglectful. Like, both of those things can be true, and to be able to hold on to both of those things and sit with it and accept it is really hard. And I've had similar conversations with my mom recently. I finally feel like she's speaking to me like I'm a person instead of a problem to be solved. Mongo, that makes me so happy to hear. I'm glad that you are starting to bridge that gap between you and your mom. That's really awesome. Once she said, I'm going to remind you every day that you have potential for more. I immediately told her that's the fastest way to get me to not talk to you anymore. Yep. Because you know what potential is? Shoulds. No shoulds. I would have to deal with that whenever I was depressed or sad or in pain. My dad would be like, so am I, and I never got any help. And he could have easily helped me. I dealt with so much shit and my life was put back so much because of that. I had to realize that a lot of people didn't have my best interest in mind. Literally, the only person who will ever make you their number one priority needs to be you. You can still have empathy and extend kindness to other people, but the only person who is ever truly going to be able to look out for your interests and advocate for you is you. Advocating for yourself, though, can look like reaching out to people when you need help and having them support you in ways that, you know, they are able to. Advocating for yourself doesn't necessarily mean you go on a big tirade. It's thinking about what your needs are and how you can meet those needs in this moment. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Fuck. But a lot of the reason why people having to advocate for yourself can be hard in so many ways. Yeah, because the first step to advocating for yourself is recognizing that you are choosing, that you are saying that you are important enough to care about. And for some people, that's really hard. Realizing I've lived by myself for almost 8 years now, I wonder if that did anything to me. Do you have regular social contact? Because I find, especially with men, the way that they are socialized, you guys are not given space or opportunity to truly connect with and share your feelings with other men. And I think some people, what's the word? They conflate sharing their feelings with using somebody as an emotional punching bag. I used to, now I just go to work. Do you socialize at work at all? I would encourage you to maybe try and see if there's activities around where you live that might interest you, where you might be able to meet people. Throughout my entire life, I've always found it easier to talk to and befriend women. Yes, because women are socialized to be able to that's... Girls are socialized as social creatures. Like, that's... It's something that would take like a lot to start to change this is such a difficult conversation to have. I'm back. Have you had a handshake yet? No. It very much... Gender norms are ruining this society. Everyone has parts of themselves that are masculine and parts of themselves that are feminine. And sometimes we relate some to more of those traits than others. But the way we've been raised and the way we've been socialized is that women are the emotional laborers and men are the physical laborers. So girls learn how to talk to each other, how to support each other when they grow up. Men don't do that. Men are not taught that. So if fathers are not teaching their sons that, if they go on to have children, they're not going to have the knowledge to pass down to them either, because we keep putting people into these boxes. Gender's fucking stupid. Yeah. I work as a teacher. Does that count as socializing? Kind of, but I mean more socializing with people around your age. Also, I went to an event recently where I got to talk to teachers, so that works. Boys are taught to bottle things up, be stoic, handle things internally, don't cry, put away childish things immediately. That's why I don't hang out with men. I've been pleasantly surprised how much the gender norms have broken down over the past couple years, or at least the people I surround myself with. Yeah. Granted, I'm still garbage at opening up, but I'm getting better. Yeah. It's this stuff takes a lot of work. The way that we have been socialized, you have been doing this. It has been this way since the day you were born. You are not going to be able to change these thought patterns overnight. A good first step is even just recognizing when you've done it. Like, alerting your brain and being like, oh, I just thought that thing that I know isn't true. I should think something else next time. I just said should. I will think something else next time. Or I will catch myself doing this again, and that's okay. Recent years have been showing improvement for sure, but younger generations are doing so much better than we did. Yeah, and I'm really glad for that. College and the internet helped me shake a lot of those gender norms. Hell yeah. I'm low-key traumatized socializing. Being autistic and shit and having to deal with people's honesty a lot. Completely understandable. Hi, Ryu. How are you? Nice fix. Thanks. And I'm gonna mess up with the shoulds, and that's okay. verbalizing things has like changed a lot for me. I didn't realize the power really that it had. Like, I made a mistake the other day, and even though it got resolved right away, I was still feeling icky about it until whenever I started to think about it and feel bad about it, I would say to myself, I made a mistake, but it's okay. And every time I started to get that pit in my stomach about the situation where I made a mistake, I would tell myself, I made a mistake and it's okay. And you just have to keep saying it till you believe it. The constant struggle of trying to get JJ to feel free to express himself emotionally. Meanwhile, his in-laws are like, stop babying him. Being aware and considerate of emotions and feelings and comfortable expressing emotions doesn't make you a baby. No, it does not. How's stream? Good. We're playing... Oh, you're in ad hell. 1 second. I'm going to hydrate because this is a lot of talking. Oh boy. Okay. How stream is good. We're taking a look at the demo for a Vampire Therapist. It is a visual novel that was made in conjunction with actual therapists. And it's teaching us about cognitive distortions. It's really cool. The writing's really funny. The art is great. The voice acting's good. I would give it a wish list if that's something that you are interested in. It wasn't until high school that I got socially comfortable, because before that point I assumed me being constantly outsited and bullied was the norm and to be expected. That's so awful. I'm so sorry. Like, people think I'm not genuine, and I'm just like, okay, and I stop talking to people. Now I'm happier. Okay, I want to address the thing that Amy said. So, I have a lot in my life believed that I was processing emotion when in fact I was intellectualizing it. I thought that if I thought through all of the feelings, that was expressing them, that was processing them. No. That is the literal opposite of feeling your feelings. Intellectualizing your feelings, thinking about your feelings, is the opposite of what needs to happen in order to accept something that has happened. So it really sucks, Amy, that your in-laws are like that. That's awful. I hope that they're able to... I hope that he's able to look past that and recognize what you're trying to teach him. But it's really hard. That's part of why I don't want to have children. I'm so mentally ill. I don't want to pass that on. I was told the F word by my first girlfriend because I had emotions. I wanted to be able to say no. So I'm always glad to see people wanting their partner to show emotion. Yeah, of course. I was going crazy and my therapist was like, did you ever even grieve your mom passing? And I was like, yeah, I cried for like a month or so. I'm good. Grief doesn't really ever end. Comes and goes in waves. Middle school was awful for me. When I got into choir in high school, it felt so good to be accepted by a diverse group of my peers and opened my eyes to a lot more opportunities for social growth. Yeah. And when it comes, it's okay to take a sad day. Yeah. Play some music, drink coffee, and just feel shit. If you don't feel the feelings when they need to be felt, and you just push them down, they all come out eventually. And it's not pretty when you've compressed and suppressed something for so long that needs to come out. You can also become really physically sick if it doesn't. Yeah. So I have conversion disorder. Basically, it means that I have in states of like really heightened emotion, I get like physical symptoms. Like I was so stressed that when I was working as a nurse, I literally like I was like trapped in my body. Like I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. They had to wheel me. They had to send me to the hospital. From the hospital I was working at. I left on a stretcher. Dude, when they do the sternal rub, that shit fucking hurts. I was like, oh man, that hurts. But like, I was thinking it, but they couldn't hear me because I couldn't talk. If I was going to go get my heart checked, my anxiety would make my heart rate shoot up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, your body is an entire system. If something goes wrong in one spot, it is going to affect everything else. That's how systems work. My physical health is very much connected to my mental health. I've been put in a classroom for the first time in like 4 years and I'm already sick. I haven't been sick for fucking ever. Yeah. Anxiety often shuts down my appetite and makes me very pukey. Anxiety is so very related to digestive problems. 100%. Like a lot of the time when kids don't want to go to school and they say they have a tummy ache, they do have a tummy ache. But it's because of anxiety. It's not because of some bug. Oh, that's why I hate food. Yeah. So when I started getting psychological shit, when psychological shit happens, I feel like my body's on fire and I shut down. Yeah, that's basically mental anguish can magnify physical pain. I legit can't move. The pain will knock me the fuck out. Yeah. 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 Basically, it's all very, very connected. And there's no way to untangle it. It's the entirety of your body. Somebody says, it's all in your head. Yeah. My head is attached to the rest of my body. Used to be at like a 7 constantly. Now I'm close to a 9 or 10. Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. That's rough. I've only had to deal with like short bouts of chronic pain, if that makes sense. Like it comes and goes. I have to keep my peace or I just collapse. Yeah. 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 But like that's another thing actually. This is another reason why talking about this stuff is so important. Is other people may be able to make connections that you maybe don't see, or maybe by discussing it with somebody, they say something that helps you understand that, oh, this thing that's happening to me isn't normal, or oh, this thing is connected to this other thing. Like I used to think that it was normal that when you got really upset and cried that your arms got numb and tingly. I thought that was normal. And I thought when people said that their heart ached when, like, I literally get pain in my chest sometimes if I'm upset enough. Like, my emotional, if I'm like exceeding my emotional capacity, it translates into physical symptoms, and it's horrifying. That shit sucks. So when I get called aggressive now, I remind people that I take it easy, that they're swinging on me, and I'm not gonna take it like that. I'm the nicest person ever. It takes so much to upset me. I'm not gonna let people gaslight me anymore, you know? Good. When I get stressed about something, I get a wave of painful itching across my entire body. Yep. I think I would have to go and look at the research on this, but I heard it somewhere that like all of that emotional like labor and stress and all that kind of stuff can have like serious effects on your immune system. My mom convinced me at one point that my fibroid didn't happen because I was upset, and years later the doctors confirmed I need to learn to relax or it won't stop. Jesus. But yeah, sharing this kind of stuff, you know, helps make it real, helps make it tangible, and helps you separate it from your body and your existence. And like, it doesn't have to be an isolating experience. So I deal with people and they'll be really rude and mean, and I'm like a sensitive person and I can tell when they want me to feel bad. But when I feel bad, it hurts me. Yeah. That's why it's best to, you know, as soon as you figure out that somebody doesn't want to play ball, leave. So I get really standoffish with some people because you can talk to me and tell me I'm wrong and I'll listen. It's something about you. I don't think it is. So I've done some reading, but not a lot on like neurodivergent versus neurotypical like communication. For some reason, neurodivergent people very much want to be understood, so they take the time and they are usually pretty upfront about what they are thinking. Whereas people who are a little more neurotypical, for some reason they leave room for interpretation and want people to read in between the lines. I don't know if it's because they're not comfortable with saying what it is that they actually need or want, or just don't know. But I find that it's much easier for me personally to socialize with other people who are also neurodivergent. Because, like, sometimes I'll text my friend and be like, I know that you're not mad at me, but I feel like you're mad at me. Can you just tell me that you're not mad at me so I can move on with my day? And she's like, yeah, totally. I talked for so long that the background music stopped playing. My bad.
Better already, hearing from someone from the States who knows the lingo.
Is anybody... I don't know if I can send them this footage. Are they gonna want this? I just ramble. How long is this demo? Surely it's not 3.5 hours long.
I'm not from any states, cowpoke. District of Columbia girl here.
Oh boy.
I figured you must have been coastal. You sound a little more, polished than I do.
You should hear my German.
Oh, maybe some other time. My brain's full tonight. I had my first therapy session with a real client.
My bad. Fuck you. I love hearing you talk. No. Just because this is, I'm playing this demo, and they said that if I send them their footage, if I send them my footage, they'll play it, like, on the Steam page during Next Fest. So I just don't know if this will make for good content in that sense, because I mean, I guess it is, because it's showing the kinds of conversations that can be sparked by their game. I mean, it is a therapy game. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh, yeah? How do you think it went?
I reckon it was a bullseye on my end. You should have seen me. Labeling, blam, disqualifying the positive, kapow.
I'm glad to hear it. Someone has got to sort these vamps out. They know how to hold on to their problems.
Peer counseling during a game about therapy sounds exactly like the kind of footage they'd want. Fair. I didn't ask. I probably should have.
You ain't kidding. Living or dead, once people hit 70, they get pretty dang set in their ways.
You know Andy still uses a typewriter? I can't get that gorgeous man to see the light. Keep it up, cowboy. You're a breath of fresh air for these ancient ones.
Anyone ever tell you you're wise beyond your years, Crimson? You must have had some life.
Afraid I'm exactly as wise as my years. How old do you think I am, cowboy?
Don't fall for the trap!
I'm gonna do the gentlemanly thing and not hazard a guess.
You would have gotten it wrong anyway. I'm 50 years young.
Holy shit! Bro, I want to look like that when I'm 50. God damn!
50? I died around that age and I looked like shit. But you ain't a vampire.
Like I told you, I'm Andy's blood partner. He shares his blood with me too.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
I've been 30 for a good while now.
Whose blood do I have to suck to look that good at 50? I know, dude.
But you ain't joining our team? Sounds like a story.
Not for tonight, buckaroo. I bet you're thirsty after a big night.
Andy's apparently. True, Nugs, true.
Andy told me to give this to you.
Oh yeah? What is it?
We had a group of Americans come in last week who donated their blood. Andy can't stand the stuff. He says the blood glucose levels are too high.
Amen.
I thought you'd appreciate it.
It's so true.
Oh, it ain't so bad. I gotta ask though, what does Andy's blood taste like?
How much do you want to bet she's gonna say, why don't you find out for yourself?
To me, it tastes like life itself, cowboy.
I ain't sure I understand.
Never you mind. Look, Tex.
Damn it, I was
I've got some
wrong.
customers to serve, so go enjoy your juice, okay?
Oh, of course. I'm keen to get some rest anyway. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
There he is, my incredible protege.
Come on now, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Evidence stands against that reasoning, my friend. Do we need to talk about disqualifying the positive again?
No, sir.
All right, I get it. I guess I've been muddling through okay.
You've been doing wonderfully. I hope you are ready for a bit of a challenge tonight. Your next client has been known to be somewhat difficult.
How long is this demo?
Here, look at her intake form.
Okay, it probably isn't that long, but I yapped.
Isabella Deste. Dang, she's got some funny tasting hats.
I think you should get along quite well then.
Ha!
Walked right into that one.
Isabella is not your average vampire. She was once the powerful matriarch of one of the most influential families in Europe. She fraternized with popes and kings, and she also wielded great power over the art world. Some say that she was the model for the Mona Lisa.
One of them highfalutin types, huh? I don't think she's gonna like me much.
She is as human as any of us, Samuel. I already know you will find a way to relate with her.
If you say so.
Remember, you can always seek my advice if you feel lost. You are not alone. But I hear the beating of elegant wings. Breathe, Samuel. Oh, and do be polite.
Goodness. So you are the new therapist. You are a therapist.
Okay, key figure in the Italian Renaissance, funding the works of Leonardo da Vinci. Comes from a highly aristocratic background, but has endured considerable family issues through the generations. She states that she's undergoing an existential immortality crisis, suggesting that her life and unlife have both been meaningless. Okay. Suggestion: be exceedingly polite.
Well, that's what I'm here for, ma'am.
Enough with this, ma'am. I am not running a whorehouse. You may call me Senora.
Oh boy.
All right, Senora.
Senora? Must you assault my ears with your Neolithic grunting?
Sorry!
I'm doing the best I can.
Then speak properly. Repeat after me. Signora. Say it.
Signora.
Signora! Signora!
Signora?
Porca miseria, this is not going to be easy, is it?
Oh, this lady can fuck all the way off.
Therapy
Yeah.
ain't never easy, Senora.
So, therapy is always easy then.
She just started. She came in here, guns a-blazing.
I said it ain't never easy, Senora.
Is therapy easy or is it not?
Not, I guess.
Oh, how are we to examine my inner demons if your own speech is so diabolical?
You know what? Let's start over.
Shots are being fired at Americans. I love it.
Greetings and salutations, Senora. I am most honored to receive you in my humble office.
Very well. I suppose it will do.
I'm just here to help, Senora. It says here on your intake forms that you've been having a tough time lately.
A tough time. Indeed, yes, it has been a tough time. The realization that not only am I a corpse, but that I have been a useless corpse for nearly 400 years is a tough time.
So what set off this feeling that you're a corpse?
I saw a film at the cinema.
Hey, I love the cinema. Well, not many of our kind are movie buffs. What are some of your favorite films?
I would hesitate to say favorite, but there are some films that are more acceptable than others. For instance, Beneath the Velvet Dusk or In Search of Sadness are engaging explorations of the mortal condition.
Oh, I ain't heard of them. You ever seen the
Utter vulgarity! I do not waste my time with such nonsense. Alas, these Stooges 3 would be preferable to the abomination I saw at the cinema that made me realize just how dead I am. It was a most terrible film, one that shook me to my core. The pain of it lingers with me still 5 years later.
Jeez.
Well, movies can be pretty powerful. Heck, I remember seeing one of the first films. There was a train coming right for the audience. We thought we were dead for sure.
This film was not powerful, it was meaningless. It said nothing, did nothing, less than nothing, as loudly and garishly as possible.
Well, then why is it affecting you so much?
And the audience, fools that they were, cheered, applauded this desecration of the mind. I hate this film with all my being, for it has done the cruelest thing. It has revealed the dark truth. This life that I cling to has no purpose.
Dang, what the heck was this movie?
Space War. Of the space.
Shots fucking fired! Shots fired at the Star Wars fandom! Jesus Christ.
Well, wait a minute. Space Wars, the big science fiction franchise?
That is hilarious.
Yes, I believe it is important to understand modern media diets.
But that's the movie that gave you your personal crisis?
That's so fucking funny.
Mind your tone. Do not think me a fool. I know it was not high art.
God damn, that was God damn, that was funny.
But the money it made, it would make even the Pope blush.
As a huge Star Wars fan, that kills me.
This stinking trash. This is what the people want. You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead. Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now? It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters? It should not be so. Art should have meaning, purpose. Beauty should expose truth.
You should watch Space Trek: The Coming of Age instead.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening to. I should walk into the sun.
You can walk in space?
Just a sec, Senora. You're a smart lady, but you've been saying some stuff that just ain't true. Let's go over what you just said.
You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
For such a complicated woman, the answers are overly simple for Senora Deste.
You see, I understand now.
You don't seem that dead to me. We're having this conversation, ain't we? You ain't just lying there decomposing.
It is no different. I might as well be rotting in the ground.
I think you might get pretty bored.
Are you getting smart with me, boy?
Look, I'm just talking facts. If you're saying all you are is dead, I think you might be doing some Nosferatu thinking. It ain't black and white. You're here. But let's go back to what you were saying.
Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
God damn it.
Senora Deste believes she can elevate all art.
All the world benefited? There's a lot of people, and they got a lot of different preferences. You can't get them all, can you?
But I could, once upon a time.
You can't reach everybody, Senora. I hadn't even heard of the Mona Lisa until about 1911.
Did you have any schooling whatsoever?
No, I didn't. But I don't think anyone in my time knew about the Mona Lisa either.
Oh, how wonderful. You add to my despair.
I'm saying you can't reach everyone, even in your own time.
That is true. I doubt the rabble had much of an opinion about the so-called great masters.
We only know what we know. But you were saying.
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
Come on now. Just because the Mona Lisa's been on a coaster doesn't mean that's all it's ever been for. I think you might be downplaying just what an impact you've had on the world.
The world needs no help from me to reduce my life's efforts to cheap commodities.
So just because something gets printed on a t-shirt, that cancels out everything that's good about it?
Yes, that is exactly what it does.
Does it though?
And I thought I was good at disqualifying the positive.
It should not be so. Art should have meaning, purpose. Beauty should expose truth.
Oh, should.
You're saying art should have meaning and purpose. But does all art need those things?
Nope.
What is the purpose of creation otherwise?
To create?
How about if I just like doodling? Ain't that a good enough reason to draw?
Yes.
It is a pointless reason.
No.
Well, maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is that I don't have the same shoulds you do.
No more shoulding.
Perhaps you should.
But I don't. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Which is speak like a peasant.
Heck, that's what I am, Senora. Ain't nothing gonna change that reality. Let's get back to what you were saying.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse.
Now, why have you got to go and call yourself names?
They are not names, they are my reality. I am a dead woman, and I am a corpse, am I not?
Is that all you are?
This is how I am defined by the world.
Yeah, but how do you define?
Seems to me you're the one using them names. Hell, I think I'd be a little afraid of calling you a corpse.
As you should be. Allow me to continue. You know, you make me sound rather mad. Like an old woman, railing at the world, screaming into the void, all to no purpose.
Look, Senora, all I'm trying to do is show you where you're a little rigid in your thinking is all. You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself. It ain't no surprise that you're gonna be disappointed over and over again.
Amen, brother. Been there.
I suppose that is some insight. Indeed, I have been in a state of disappointment from the moment I was 16.
Oh, real? Except I was 10.
But what happened when you were 16?
I got married.
I am deceased. I passed on. That's so fucking funny.
I think I get it.
You absolutely do not get it. You are a man.
Well then, help me understand.
Frankie, my husband. He taught me the meaning of disappointment.
Oof.
He taught me the world was built upon lies.
Kinda true.
These things men proclaim as values. Truth, beauty, the spiritual. They were all fiction. But if men did not live according to principle, I would. I would set the example and shame them all. Yet, what a fool I have been to think humanity had greater aims.
So, what's this greater aim you're talking about?
I received a humanist education as a child. I was taught that the pathway to God
I
was
feel so
through
attacked.
rationality
Hi,
and a
Ted
quest to
Cuddy. How are
mind,
you?
Not slavish devotion to tradition. This world is not Eden, but it could be. Or so I thought.
How are the runs going? Good.
So you're talking about a literal pathway to God?
No, fool. A pathway to godliness. To live according to our natures. Our true natures.
You mean being nudists?
What movie is this? This is a demo for the game Vampire Therapist. It was made in conjunction with real therapists, and they explore cognitive distortions.
An utterly disgusting and prurient notion. Genitalia should be covered at all times.
He's getting cooked for this.
Oh boy, you sound like a politician from my home state.
Then your politicians are very wise.
I ain't so sure about that.
Is it about werewolves? No, they're vampires.
They are at least sensible enough to know the purpose of the penis is procreation, not exhibition.
No, it's not.
Such a thing is not in God's image.
It literally is.
Well, talk to me about this pathway to God. How do you reckon we find this path?
I reckon nothing. I've always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible.
You really think we've got that much control, Senora? All we got to do is be perfect, and then we've got our pathway to the Almighty?
Yes, it seems quite clear to me.
Senora, if that's how it is, it ain't no wonder you ain't forgiving yourself or anyone for the slightest mistakes. I would ask myself if anyone really has that much control. But keep talking.
My penis is made for pissing, and that's all it's gonna do. Why did I write this? I don't know. Why did I read it?
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
You know there have been many entities over time that have tried to control humanity.
You've been around a while, Senora. In all that time,
When have we mastered ourselves and our baser instincts?
Sometimes
Not
it uses a propeller for the
single
copter.
day.
Yeah.
Men especially have no bottom to their depravity.
All right, fair enough. So us fellas have disappointed you every day for a few hundred years, right?
Why did I second guess myself? I had it. I know!
Ain't that proof that nothing you do is gonna change that?
An evil thought, Mr. Sam Walls, but true, I concede.
We're in agreement then. It's a little bit of a control fallacy to think that's gonna change because of you. Well, let's keep going.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
The
What?
world is very dark to our dear Senora, is it?
Hold up just a sec there, cowpoke. You really think...
I do not poke cows. Do I look like a farmer?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Come on, Senora. You've been alive to see what? 15, 20 billion people live and die? You really saying death and destruction is all each and every one of them ever amounted to?
Well, perhaps not individually, but as an immortal, I look at the greater arc of history.
Well, most of us ain't looking to contribute to the greater arc of history, but that don't mean life's pointless. That's some Nosferatu thinking, I'll tell you what. But let's continue.
I'll tell you what.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
God damn
Our
it.
esteemed client is very good at
Oh.
coming up with names.
Sounds to me like you're coming up with labels for kicking people out of the Garden of Eden. Is that all we amount to? Fat and lazy?
No, sometimes we're sad and fat too. 100,000 Exorcist callback.
Look around your own country, boy. Look at me. See my disgusting rolls and saggy features. Would you let me into the Garden of Eden?
Well, sure, why the heck not?
I am glad you are not the gatekeeper then.
You rather have a gatekeeper who wouldn't let you in? Listen, Senora, you gotta go easy on yourself with them labels. Well, let's keep talking, though.
I have always known we should act with dignity if we would take our place at God's side.
I think this here's the meat of it, Senora. The filet mignon.
I fear your French is even worse than your Italian.
She's mean to herself as mean as she is to others. Yeah.
Here's the thing, Senora. Who came up with all them shoulds that'll take you to God?
Why, the greatest thinkers of history that I studied in my youth. Plato, Aristotle, Cicero, Aquinas.
Sounds like a bunch of dead guys to me. They really had it all figured out way back when, huh?
Well, of course not. How foolish do you think me?
Not at all, Senora. Just questioning where all them shoulds are coming from. But let's keep going.
So you think you are so very clever, do you, boy? That by pointing out my distortions, you have won? That is where you are truly the fool. I already know how wrong I have been, that I have been chasing an impossible fiction all my life. Indeed, I now believe that even if we did follow the pathway to God, once we reach the end, we would discover that he, too, was a work of fiction. When I say God, I mean goodness, propriety, intelligence.
Hey, remember when I was saying God was leaving us all on red?
Lie.
I see. So you've lost your faith.
Yes, it has crumbled to dust, much like myself in this fat, wretched old body. Beauty and truth are lies, ideas developed by ugly men to justify their existence. While we occupy ourselves chasing those ideals, they create space wars to leech our money and our vitality. And to think they call me judgmental while they created the false ideal to judge against. You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy?
I wouldn't put it that way exactly. Besides, I ain't gonna call you names. In fact, that's where I think I want to challenge you. Senora, I think the person you're judging more than anyone is yourself. I know you got raised with all them high ideals, so of course you're getting disappointed when nobody can reach them.
This is me to a T.
That's some heavy pressure, not just on them, but on yourself. I'd ask yourself what all that pressure's doing for you. Is it bringing you any satisfaction?
Nope.
We can't always control what things are gonna be.
This is not acceptable.
I got some bad news for you, Senora. None of us really has the power to change the world on our own. Not even a clever lady like yourself. I suggest we start working on ways of helping you find a way to accept the world for what it is.
But the world is base and unworthy.
Remember that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking? You're gonna strip all the color out of the world if you keep doing that. The world's a lot more than just base and unworthy.
Nosferatu thinking. I am not used to having my own thoughts thrown back at me.
Well, that's why you're here, ain't it? I ain't gonna help you change the world, Senora. All I can do is help you find some other perspectives.
No, she's kind of cooking.
I suppose there is a certain simpleton's wisdom in the way you speak.
But the world is base and unworthy. Me as I judge people when walking home from my second ice cap.
Thanks, I guess.
Very well, boy. I will consider what you have said. We will meet again in exactly 4 weeks. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, indeed, Senora.
Ugh. Please learn to speak properly by then.
Unlikely.
Well done, Samuel. I believe you handled Senora Deste quite well.
You kidding? That lady straight up hates my guts.
Samuel, if Isabella Deste hated your guts, she would not be shy about telling you so.
Did I miss a point? Why are you working as a therapist? He just roamed nature one day and was like, I want to help people. Like, I want to help other vampires not, like, out of their cognitive, like, out of their bad thinking patterns. He doesn't want vampires to just feel like all they can do is murder people.
That I believe.
That lady hates my guts. My guy, she said see you in 4 weeks.
The older we get, the harder it is to gain a different perspective. Have patience. We are not all as wise as Samuel Walls.
Guess it's just that simpleton's wisdom, as the Senora called it.
Do not adopt her labels, Samuel. I will not stand for it.
Don't talk about my friend that way.
I know she was a challenge, but you rose to it as I knew you would. I think you deserve a night of hard drinking. What do you say?
You don't need to tell me twice. All right, Andy. I'll see you later then.
Indeed, Samuel. Enjoy yourself. Excellent work tonight. Rest in peace.
Let's go! Okay, I don't like that they say cure a narcissist. This is one of the most villainized mental illnesses are personality disorders. I don't agree with that. But the rest of that was excellent. Like, that was the whole demo. We were here for almost 4 hours. Yeah, that was the demo. So that was exhausting. I'll go eat. Yeah. I mean, like, Eddie